I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What up, man? The real Coach JB. My main man, Big Smitty.
Are y'all ready for this?
Ground like something to prove it. Came to a conclusion that is Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to your side. Worldwide, we in your city. Keep it 150. We never change what's happening. Hurdle Lincoln.
In any metric, Coach, you cannot have Russell Wilson in your
Nick gave me my first offer. Like, you got to have that store. You got to be marketing.
Hockey, football, baseball, then basketball.
Oh, I love this fucking show so much, man. Are you mixing light and dark at 11 a.m.?
I'm elated that I can be able to coach, that I can be able to mentor these kids, and give them everything that I've learned over the last 20 years.
Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
You are now tuned in to the Coach JB Show.
What up? The real Coach JB here, man, for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We are proud to announce we have a new ad sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the largest independently owned daily fantasy sports DFS platform in North America. We are one of the easiest and most exciting ways to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers. Instead of battling thousands of other players, including pros and sharks, you pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Prize Picks is a skill-based, real money daily fantasy sports game. How does it work, you ask? You pick 2 to 6 players, and if they will go more or less than their Prize Picks projection, you will win. Players can choose from a vast selection of sports and stat types not offered anywhere else. Prize Picks offers projections on any sport that you watch. This includes college football. We're about to start up. Pro hockey, pro basketball, pro football. NFL season is here. Plus pro baseball, pro golf, men's college basketball, NCAA tournament, plus women's college basketball, soccer, women's pro basketball, esports, pro car racing, tennis, MMA, boxing, disc golf, you name it, we got it. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. Prize Picks does it all. And I just got to be honest, dog. I started doing Prize Picks, and I won instantly, and that's why I am endorsing Prize Picks to the fullest right here on the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. Go to prizepicks.com/CoachJB and use Coach JB as the promo code for a first deposit match up to $100. So go to prizepicks.com/CoachJB and use code CoachJB for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is the best betting app online in North America. Go get it and do what Coach JB and Big Smitty does every day. We bet Prize Picks. Head on over there, prizepicks.com/CoachJB and get you $100 match right now. Appreciate you. Peace. What up? We're in the building. I'm on TikTok talking shit. We're here on this fine Work Boot Wednesday. Big Matt's going to come on and talk some real heartfelt truth bombs here about loyalty, about the University of Colorado. He got something to get off his chest. I got something to get off my chest. Big Smitty got something to get off his chest. It's Wednesday. Before I even give you the rundown, let me bring in Big Smitty first this time around because it's Wednesday, and, you know, I know he's working on it. You got your camera up?
Yeah, I got my. How am I looking? Do it look? I got my
just
camera
focus. It just focused in.
Do I look good? How I look, y'all?
Just focused in. Yep, just focused in.
What's going on, y'all?
Roy Hicks in the building. Roy Hicks, man, he's one of my former players. You know, he's a grown man now. He does grown man work. This is something for Roy right here. And Smith.
Top of the morning to the bros, man. Hope y'all having a good motherfucking morning. Hey, have a good show, man. You already know. Until we work again. Like I always tell you, I appreciate everything you do for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Keep hooking your boy up with the little gigs here and there. And so I'm able to come work for you.
He went out of there. Big Roy working right now in the warehouse. He in the show right now in the chat. Man, that's what it's all about. Roy does a lot of shooting film for me. He did a lot of Last Chance True for us. He shot the video for it, edited all that stuff. Roy does a good job. Roy played receiver for me years ago. Much love to everybody. We got to get to this show. This show is brought to you by AQMS, proud new sponsor. Make sure you call 1-888-233-3110 and tell them JB sent you. That's my automatic promo code right there. If you need to move a car, furniture, a house, anybody out there, the best moving in the world, affordable quality moving and storage, AQMS. 1-888-233-3110. Big Smitty, we got a lot to get on. Before we get into the quote of the day, I got to get to this stuff right here, the show rundown real quick. So you're clear because Smitty and I are going to go at it. Big Matt's going to jump on. Washington jumps Florida State. They enter the top 4 along with Ohio State, Michigan, and Georgia. So Washington jumped Florida State. We're going to break that down again. Is that all because Jordan Travis is gone? We're going to break that down. All-Pro Leonard released from the Colts. Some say shocking, yet he's still handing out turkeys in Indy. Class act, Big Smitty, or does he need a new home and have a good PR team? Let you think about that one. We're going to break that down. Amid lawsuit, our main man, Dolan, who's been under controversy, the owner of the Knicks, resigns from his board positions with the New York Knicks after several lawsuits. We're going to break that down. Michigan State AD says he was trying to fire Mel Tucker before the season began. Looks like the AD in Michigan State is a slapdick. The Saints, Michael Thomas lands ironically on the IR with a knee injury, but after legal trouble after he threw a brick through a construction truck worker's house near his house through his truck worker's window. We're going to break that down. Heisman hopefuls, we're going to break that down. We're going to discuss our favorite Heisman candidates and legit finalists. Deion Sanders says team is playing for pride this weekend at Utah. And Matt Canada fired after a video dropped of Chris Boswell saying it wasn't because of him that they won any games at all. Bryce James, if anyone you know, the son of big-time LeBron James, is transferring from Mater Dei back to his original school, Sierra Canyon. No one may talk about it, but I know for a fact that's what's happening. Somebody told me he couldn't hack it with the big boys at Mater Dei. We're going to dive into that. LeBron's son couldn't hang with the big boys. Be part of the problem, part of the solution. Penn transfer Joey Slackman received 17 offers in 24 hours after entering the transfer portal. I got a rant with Smitty about that. Smitty, we're going to talk about things we're thankful for. I got a trivia question and a true or false. Phil Mickelson bet his whole year's salary on a 3-game parlay. True or false? We're going to dive into that. I do know the truth. Lane Kiffin in the news again, now facing the cancel culture vultures. And the hip drop tackle will be banned in the NFL this offseason. As somebody on this show made a video about a couple weeks ago, and everybody thought I was crazy. J.C. Jackson says why he missed the Germany game. The truth came out. Is it the truth? We're going to break that down. And another Colorado player comes out and makes a video about the program. We're going to ask Big Matt about that. But I got to ask you, Big Smitty, I got a daily rant to start the show off with you. Before we get to the quote of the day, this kid, Joey Slackman, University of Penn, received 17 offers from other four-year institutions after he put his name in the transfer portal.
Interesting.
Can you here's my rant, man. You're either fucking part of the problem or you're part of the solution if we want to change the portal, which everyone's kind of disgruntled about, we even got Jim Mora coming out for UConn head coach and saying if people don't want to help us pay, then we're not going to be very good. We can't get the players. Now we got grown men coaches complaining and blaming others for why they can't get players. I would be damned embarrassed if I went to the internet and I came out saying it was about what I could get and not what I could go get. Like, that's crazy to me. I'm going to get it. I ain't making no fucking excuse. I've never depended on an admin to help me with resources, ever. I went and got it. Jim Mora disappoints me with what he said. We're going to dive into that, but this kid, Smitty, played at Penn University. Penn. That is a highly academic institution. It ain't like
not Penn State. Not Penn State. You said Penn.
Penn, not Penn State. University of Penn. It's not Bama, Smitty. It's not USC. It's not Oklahoma. What are we doing, coaches? You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. You are this fucking lazy that you can't go out and find fresh fish out there. You are this shitty of a recruiter that you are afraid of having or not having a spring ball team. This is what it is, Smitty. It's lazy recruiting, lack of effort spent on turning over rocks, and just take bodies. We're taking bodies. Guess what this does, Smitty? It allows for this kid to transfer a third time when he finds out he just isn't good enough to play at LSU during the spring. Or the coaches string them along until the summer, tell them and give them a lot of reps during the spring because they have no depth yet, because we see 35 transfers every spring semester. Guess what it does? It strings him out to the summer. He thinks he's going to make the team, and then the summer team comes in, and guess what? He's on the pine looking for a third school, and guess what happens then, Smitty? He now sits in the portal for an entire semester asking everybody why nobody's picked him up. This is a trend that's happening semester after semester, and it is absolutely sickening to my stomach, Big Smitty. I got to keep it 100 with you. This is what's screwing kids over. This is why they are in the portal at an all-time rate, and this is what we're doing. 24 schools has offered this kid at Penn as a piece of meat in the meat market. He's a strict body dog for spring ball. I'm just telling you right now. You can't tell me that 24 Division I's passed on him and let him go to Penn, and now all of a sudden he's the dude? No, it's lazy recruiting, and this is why kids are getting screwed over. This is why JUCO's imploding. This is why high school recruiting is dying. This is why we're taking bodies we'd rather have a person that actually played at the 4-year level already, bodied up, mature body, stronger, physical, and now guess what? We'll take him in spring at our 4-year school, our bigger school, and then we'll just string him on. And then he'll end up transferring third, fourth time. And we're just enabling these dudes instead of telling them the truth. Back in the day, Smitty, parents would come in, and I used to hear high school coaches, Coach, my son's going to play? Yeah, little Johnny's going to play. And when I took the job at Cabrillo, parents would come to me and say, Coach, my Johnny going to play? He got a D1 opportunity? I said, absolutely not. He couldn't play dead in the Western movie. And she looked at me and dropped her jaw. And she'd be like, what'd you say? I said, your son is 5'3". He runs a 5'3". And
he looks 53.
I don't know if you know that. He also has a fucking 0.3 GPA. Tell me how that's going to equate and transfer over to a 4-year Division I player. Are you fucking delusional? And that's why parents found out real quick about who I was. Dog, why lie to this kid and string his ass on for a whole 3 years and tell him he's so good to help my team out when you can say, look, dog, if you don't think you're a player, you should go now. You should leave. But the moms in this business, the mothers who have no experience in this business, they really think their kids all should be playing. They all are Division I players. They're all, well, guess what? Who's doing that now? Coaches. These coaches are becoming the helicopter mother that I grew up coaching with, against, for. That is what the new coach is. We're so lazy about going out and turning over rocks and finding a dude we're going to take a dude from Penn University and fucking and ask him, oh, come on over, man. Let's go. Look, Joe, you can say all the shit you want. He went to Penn. If he could have went to Alabama, he would have. So please.
But time out though, I do got to kind of, you know, devil's advocate a little bit. We both know, and you know him more than me because you grew up with him, Marcellus Wiley, a guy who chose to go to Columbia, which is not no football school at all, very direct comp to Penn. He could have easily went to UCLA or one of these big time Division I's, chose his education over the football area. So again, I don't know this kid's whole story. I don't know if he had Division I offers.
Wait, now, do you know? Hold on, time out. Do you know Marcellus' reason why? Why did he go? He went because he had a daughter, not just strictly academics. He didn't want his daughter at UCLA. He wanted to take her with him. This is a 1% situation. Stop. Joe, what are you thanking him for? I just fucking told him why he went. Stop. You need to listen sometimes. Research isn't hard. You're right. But also knowledge is key. I have it. So I'm telling you why Marcellus went to Columbia. It's not because of what you think. And number two, this kid would have went anywhere else in the country. Guess why? He's trying to go now. So why? Why do you wait? I just waited a fucking semester to say, oh, I wanted to be academically sound, and then now I want to go play big boy football.
Well, again, this is me not having the knowledge. If he graduated and has his degree, then he's already done his job. Now, if he hasn't graduated, I'm with you, JB, 100%. It's like, well, damn, if you went there for a year or a semester or whatever case may be, then left, there's no point. But if he graduated, got that degree, then cut out, then he kind of did what he's supposed to do. Now he wants to end his last year at a bigger school. One thing I will say, JB, though, is that sometimes, and it's rare, but sometimes you have guys who are late bloomers. I got a friend, a younger guy I went to high school with named Krishan Hogan. He was like 5. When I was there, he was probably like 5'6", 5'7". I know that sounds crazy, but he was a short guy, played scout team, played hard. He was talented, but he wasn't D1, wasn't a D1 guy. I go off to college, you know, I'm doing my thing at Ball State. I'm keeping my ear to what's going on back in my high school. And out of nowhere, Krishan had a crazy growth spurt and jumps up to like 6'1" his senior year. I'm like, what the hell? Like, is that the same Krishan? His body fills out. Because it happened so late, he ended up going to Marion. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Marion University in Indiana. I think it's an NAIA or D3, whatever. He goes there. He shoots up to 6'3". Body fills up, gets strong. Long story short, he ends up, playing in the league, hopping around a little bit at the wide receiver position. And he's the guy that if he wanted to transfer after his second year at Marion and go to, Big Ten school, whatever, I'm very confident that he could have did it. So, again, it is rare, that these situations happen. But you do have instances where these talented guys go to these small-ass schools to start. They get really good. They get big. They get tall, whatever the case may be, and they're able to transfer. Khalil Mack had one scholarship out of high school and went to Buffalo. I'm pretty damn sure this guy
5'10", bro. 5'10". Let's be honest. He's not getting looked at by SEC and Big Ten schools. And I found that out during the recruiting process years ago when I found out 5'10" dudes just aren't going to be able to play in the Big Ten, Big 12, SEC, Big Smitty. I'm sure you were told that same thing. So
everybody told me that.
And you know what? I found out it really is a thing though. Like at those levels, at that level, the offensive line at Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State, they're all 6'7", bro. Every one of them.
But JD, this is
I hear what you're going to say. Unless you coach it, I hear what you're going to say. And listen, I know there's guys like Aaron Donald. I know there's
No, he's an outlier though. I'm not even saying.
Yeah.
As a D lineman though, I just take offense of I get you can't be fucking 5'6" and be a D type. I get it. But if you're 5'11", 6 foot, like if you in that range, it's like they always told me my whole life, every D line coach I've ever had, low man wins, hand placement. When I went against guys who were 6'5", my life was easier. I'm gonna be real with you, because unless I'm just straight bullshitting, there's no way in hell you're gonna out leverage me. There's no way you're gonna get under my pads. So when I'm coming out as explosive and as strong as I was at my peak, and you're 6'5", I'm in your chest right now, and I can control you. So
And then, you say that. But I got 2, 6, 7, 330 cats double teaming you. You're not doing it. I'm sorry.
That's tough. That's tough.
And that's what happens at the big boy level. That's why they don't recruit those guys. I'm just saying, 1-on-1s and 7-on-7 camps. Yeah, you could dominate a 6'7" dude all day.
I'm talking about
I'm saying, I'm being honest. I have a lot of short guys that dominate 1-on-1 drills because they're 1-on-1. They are more athletic. They're lower to the body. But once they get in those pads in that game and they take on that double team of 900 pounds of weight, just being honest, dog, it's biomechanics, it's science, it's math. And at the end of the day, you're going to just fall to the ground and create a pile. You're going to fall to the ground and create a pile, and what does that do? I'm going to
have to pull the tape out, y'all. I hear what JB's saying. I know his experience is his expertise, but I might have to go pull the tape out and show him when your boy played against these Big 12 schools, these Big 10, show what I did against Iowa and these other schools that was so big and bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm an outlier. I don't know. So,
Yeah. You're fucking Aaron Donald. All right. Let's get quote of the day. Let's get quote of the day. Quote of the day brought to you by betonline.ag. Use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, get you 50% off plus welcome bonus. Quote of the day, Big Smitty. I got a good one for you. It is important, but hard work doesn't always guarantee success. However, it does show character and integrity. A lot of cats don't understand it. They think they work hard and they're supposed to automatically have success. No, it don't work that way, dog. I've worked hard my whole life. And I don't have millions of dollars. I've hustled. But I hustled having character and integrity. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell my kids the truth. This is the way you got to do it. And guess what? You'll go make millions of dollars. And look at Jermaine Johnson's and the Tank Dells and the Calvin Jacksons and all the guys in the league. They can tell you. This is what was told to them. Lonnie Johnson, we just had on the show. Raheem Boyd, Emmett Gooden. All these guys, they'll tell you. Delshon Phillips is in the NFL right now. They'll tell you, hey, just because I didn't do it doesn't mean that I don't know how to do it. Just be clear. Just be clear. Everyone's path is different.
It's real.
Just had to bring that up. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Do not wait for miracles, Big Smitty. You won't be getting any. You do understand the risk of trying something out, thinking outside of the box and trying to do the extraordinary things in life, right? I just want to be clear here. I said that to say, quit waiting on miracles. Understand you might have to take a leap of faith, dog, and that's when you'll have a miracle. But waiting on one, you ain't fucking just popping up. I don't know anybody that just had the lotto numbers sprinkled over their fucking eyelids at night when they're asleep. Yeah. Like, I don't know anybody that didn't go out and grind and get it. So
you got to work regardless.
It's a risk too. It's a risk. You got to be, a little bit of faith, not sight.
You know what, JB, though? Like, everything's a risk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever decision you make, it's always a risk of something. You're always sacrificing something. So to me in life, you got to decide what you want to sacrifice and what you're trying to get.
Going through tough times, Big Smitty, contrary to belief, does not necessarily always mean you'll be having it easier. You'll actually have it tougher at times. Just have to know that, contrary to belief. Just because I'm going through rough times, it'll be over soon. Might not be. It might not be. You might be heading to harder times. Just so you're clear, and contrary to belief, just because you went through a few rough patches don't mean you're necessarily going to come out on the other side smelling like roses. No, you might still come out smelling like shit because you might have to go drag your ass through that mud and still keep grinding. It ain't easy. I'm just telling you. If it was easy, we'd all have the winning lotto numbers. Poll question, Big Smitty. Your favorite Thanksgiving food. Drop it in the chat below. I got a little truth or dare, truth or false. Contrary to belief, I got a question for you. The first caller in gonna get a hoodie, one of these new hoodies.
The new hoodies is fire right there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I got the shirt, the hoodie. I like the graphic, the new design. You know what I mean?
It's fire.
Yeah. You know what this is?
You got the blood in there.
Why that J was made like this? Or the beginning of the B, it looks like a J right here though.
Yeah, it do.
It's a boot kick his motherfucking ass.
Ooh wee. It's like you got to read between the lines. You got to
read between the lines, dog. You got to
read between the signs. You got a J, you got a boot, you got a B, and you got a cigar
with a football in it. That's a football.
You get the. It's almost like y'all play them little games where you got to find like.
Yeah. What else do you see? What else?
Let me see. I see it.
It's a cigar. It's a cigar. We know that, right? But what else could it be?
It could be a motherfucker. I'm trying to see.
A mic.
A mic and a motherfucker. I see it. Look, and it's on fire. It's on fire.
Yeah,
you see that hot shit.
A lot of things going on here, dog. A lot of shit.
On the B, you turn it to the side. It might be an ass right there on the B.
What about that? It could be that's the eye looking at you.
Ooh.
I got a lot of shit going on in this hoodie, dog. You buy this hoodie, you get a lot of shit cracking with this. You might come out and win the lotto. Shit, this might be some shit you get. Thanksgiving food. The favorite Thanksgiving food. Jerry Lozano, he'll be 71 this Saturday. Shout out to you, sir.
71, that's a blessing.
71 years old, man. I hope I can make 71. I might not make 71. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say I won't be at 71 here on there.
You think so?
I don't think so.
Hold on. You like what, 47 right now? 46?
47. I don't know if I want to be here then.
30 minus 6. That's 24 more years? Come on, JB. You got 24 more in you.
Because I don't want to fuck nothing past that.
No,
think about it. I just think it's nasty.
You only fuck now, though. All you get is the
hanging. Old balls hanging. I just don't think I want to fuck anything past 65. I think it's unfair to the girl. So she should go find her some young. Me, I'm gonna.
You got 18 more years left of fucking.
Probably, but here's the thing about it though. Like,
jeez,
we already had this discussion. I don't really care about that shit no more. I've had enough to last everybody in the chat. I don't need it no more.
Yeah, but that's like saying like Jeff Bezos is rich as hell. He still want more money though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's like saying Dwight Howard had so much pussy that he went to having dick. No, that's not how it works. Stop it. Come on, homie. Stop. Stop it. I love what I hear. Oh, they say LL Cool J funny style. Well, because he had so much ass. No, he didn't. That's not a real thing. Stop. God damn, homie. We got a lot going on today. Let's start the show off. We got a lot going on. We're going to start the show off. Basically, we're talking about the college football playoff. We got about 30 minutes before Big Matt jumps in and give us some stuff about Colorado you won't want to miss. College football playoff rankings. Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and UW. Washington breaks in and snatches Florida State's chain from them. I think Oregon should be at 5, to be personally honest with you. I think Oregon should even be ahead of them. Here's the thing. Let's talk about this Florida State thing. We dove it down last night or yesterday morning on the show. We got into the Florida State thing. Let me ask you something about this. Is it really truly fair, to be honest? Does anybody in here have you guys really thought about this? Smitty, as a player, former player, as someone that covers this, do you think it's really fair to the fan? And I know, listen, I don't care what the fan thinks because I'm on Michigan side when this sign stealing situation. The kids are going to get screwed, right? I'm the same way with Florida State, but I don't think Florida State's even close to Michigan. They're not close, in my opinion, to Oregon or Washington. I don't think they're close. And without their quarterback, Smitty, is it even fair to put them in and have the fans that pay have to watch that annihilation in a playoff game? Like, I just want to be honest. Is it even fair to watch that Florida State team get into a playoff and absolutely get mud stomped because they have no QB? Let's just be honest, dog. It is what it is. We've seen this before, to Trent Richardson's point. We've seen this before. This isn't some Florida State team that we're just so scared. Oh my God, Florida State is no, this is a team that struggled versus Miami, North Carolina. Clemson, all these teams, Duke. Like, this team should have 3 losses with their quarterback. I don't want to see this team go to the playoffs and a team like Oregon or Washington or Texas be left out when their schedule's clearly better, their opponents are clearly better, and they're more deserving. I'm just being honest. I get you're undefeated, dog, but what did I tell you, Smitty? I had 4-year head coaches tell me this will be the first year you could have 2 undefeated teams left out. Well, guess what? One of them just fell out.
Yeah.
Remember, they're undefeated, Smitty. You ain't never seen an undefeated team get pushed out of the fucking first 4. I have never seen one, not a Power 5 school. We're not talking about Cincinnati when they made it. We're not talking about a group of 5. We're talking about a Power 5 school being pushed out of the top 4 after they were in it, and they're still undefeated. So tell me when that's happened. I'll wait, but I don't know if there has happened. I might be wrong. This is telling y'all that quarterback thing is weighing heavy on the fucking voters. And again, we talked about the voters yesterday, Smitty. I'm not in agreement with the voters. I don't think they know what they're talking about. But at the same time, it's a tough one, dog.
Nah, it is tough, man. But like, if we just take away our emotions and our feelings and just keep it real, you're absolutely right. They don't have their quarterback, y'all. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the only reason why they even had a chance of possibly upsetting one of these teams in the playoffs. Now, with him being out, there's no way in hell that they're even competing with a Georgia who will likely be at the number 1 spot. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, man, if we really want the 4 best teams in here, you can't put Florida State in there. They're not going to be one. Now, we're going to learn a lot in these next couple of weeks. You know, obviously we got Ohio State, Michigan playing against each other. Like, depending on how that game goes, one of them may not be in. You know what I'm saying? There is a situation that we've discussed where they both could stay in, but I don't know, man. I really feel like, you know, Michigan goes out there and wins by 10 points or whatever the case may be. Ohio State might be, you know, 5th, 6th seed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that could happen. Obviously, Bama could very well beat Georgia. As great as Georgia is, Bama has been on a roll and been high, and they found something with that offense in the run game to where they could beat Georgia. So a lot can really get shaken up here.
Let me ask you this. Is a 1-loss Georgia, is a 2-loss Alabama, is a 1-loss Ohio State not better than this Florida State team?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's say Bama loses to Georgia. They have 2 losses. They're still better than this Florida State team, dog. Ohio State loses to Michigan in a close one. They're still better than this Florida State team, dog. Like, let's just be honest. Big Matt joining us early. We'll get back to our script here in a second. Hey, Matt, what's up?
Morning. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Loving the shirt. Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, is a 1-loss Georgia team, a 2-loss Alabama team, a 1-loss Ohio State team, are they still not better than undefeated Florida State? I think they are. So if Bama loses to Georgia, they got 2 losses. I still think they're better than undefeated Florida State. I think if Ohio State loses to Michigan or Michigan loses to Ohio State in a close one, I think they're still better than undefeated Florida State. I still think Oregon is better than Florida State with 1 loss right now. I've never seen a team like Florida State undefeated this late in the season. We also haven't had 5 or 6 undefeated teams this late in the season either. But I've never seen a team get pushed out of the top 4 after they've been in it all year long. So that's telling you these voters are taking this Jordan Travis thing very seriously. And I just don't think that, as a fan, I don't want to see Florida State play in a playoff, Matt. I don't want to see Florida State undefeated without their quarterback play in a playoff. I get it. It sucks for the kids who've earned it, which is maybe your argument, but they're going to get mollywopped. I just don't want to see that in the 4-game playoff that has been this competitive all year long.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, look, if they're undefeated, they're getting in. I don't know how you keep an undefeated conference champion out. Not having your quarterback is going to be rough, bro, in the playoffs.
Is it fair to us? Is it fair to the paying fan? Is it fair to the paying fan, or do you not give a fuck? Like you're about the player.
I don't give a fuck about the fan. I'm sorry to all the fans, but I don't give a shit. Like this isn't about you. Pay your ticket.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like I feel bad for Jordan Travis, and the worst part about this is North Alabama.
No.
What the fuck are we doing?
Exactly.
Why is he even playing?
I know.
Like that should be backup game. All the backups get in the game, and
they struggled for 2 quarters.
Yeah, man, and like the North Alabama games, the Mercer games, the fucking UT Chattanooga at Tennessee, like whatever it is, like give me a break with this shit. Like
Alabama played who? Fucking Chattanooga.
There you go. Like who cares? Like they're playing some weakling, and
that's who they played last week.
I know it's because they open the season with SEC play a lot of the time, but that's no excuse. Like, can we stop doing this Power 5 1AA bullshit, please? Like, I don't need to see Portland State go to Oregon. I don't need to see Sac State go to fucking, Washington. I don't need to see that shit. That's a wasted game on the schedule. It's a wasted game on the schedule, and now it costs Florida State. And look, I was talking with Coach Atkins yesterday, the offensive line coach, who's an incredible coach, great man. You know, they've got Casey Roddick out there. They got some of my guys I'm looking at now, and I feel bad for them, man. That's an undefeated season where they got a chance to win a natty, and you know what? Maybe they still do. Maybe their backup quarterback's a dude, and we just don't know. So we got to give them the chance too, because in college you can stack quarterbacks on a roster. So just personal experience. In 01, we played for the conference title. We had 2 different quarterbacks. We had Craig Oaks for 4 weeks, and then we had Pesavino for the last 8. So, sometimes shit like this happens, and you just got to roll with the punches. I have a feeling Florida State's got some depth. They're going to have to lean on their offensive line bad and just run the shit out of the ball. And then they've got really good receivers. That Coleman kid, the Michigan State transfers, the first rounder.
Yep.
So they got some dudes, man. It's just a matter of can those dudes pick it up another level to replace a Heisman candidate? Because Jordan Travis, not only is that detrimental to Florida State, but that might be like the kind of injury that keeps Jordan Travis from being a professional as well. Like that's the kind of thing that like keeps him from being drafted high, and that's the kind of thing that like NFL executives look at and go, "Oh, he's injury prone now," which even though he's probably not, he's been really durable. He just had a catastrophic injury. So let me ask you this. North Alabama, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know. I don't get it either. But let me ask you though, as this committee that's a joke, in my opinion, is who picks the 4 teams. As the devil's advocate playing the double-edged sword game here, it's a sex appeal hire. Let's just be honest. These 4 teams are hired by these committees to bring in what? Revenue, tickets. Wherever the games may be played, they're trying to fill those stadiums. They're trying to have the highest ratings on TV, etc. Does a Florida State team without a QB that was in the Heisman candidacy running, is that a sexy hire? And that's my point, I guess, because I don't believe they are, and I think they're going to take a hit, especially if they go in there and get waxed by Alabama or Georgia or whatever, and everyone's going to say, "Oh," and then it's just going to lose credibility. So I don't know if they're the sexy hire that's going to bring in revenue.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. I mean,
because Matt, and I know, it's all about this fucking money.
It's all about money. I think Florida State fans will still travel and they'll still go, but it's going to be one of those like, well, great year. This is the payoff. Let's see what we can do today. Hopefully, we can get an upset, catch Alabama or Georgia or Michigan sleeping or something. I would like this to happen. I would like the winner of Michigan Ohio State to get in. I would like the winner of the SEC title game to get in. I would like the winner of the Pac-12 title game to get in. And after that, I would probably say it's a toss-up between who everybody wants to put in. Like if Florida State goes undefeated, I don't know how undefeated Clemson can get in 3 times, but undefeated Florida State can't get in once.
Hey, let me ask you this. Let me explain this. I think the Pac-12 is all the shit we're taking right now because we're leaving and breaking this conference up on the West Coast, and we're West Coast guys. We're Pac-10, Pac-8 guys, actually.
I'm a Big 12. Fuck the Pac-12.
Yeah, and now, exactly. So the Pac-12 is just dissipated. It's gone, right? But the one thing they did correctly in this whole thing, which may save a West Coast team this year, and put them in the playoff is they played the two best teams in the conference title game. They changed that rule a few years ago. They changed that rule. Imagine if that wasn't changed and Washington's going to fucking end up playing Arizona this year because Oregon would be left out. And now Oregon doesn't even get a shot at all. Think about what they're doing. Michigan and Ohio fucking State and the Big Ten need to do the same because the winner of this game should turn around and play each other right again a week later, and you have a true playoff team right there. It's a real simple fix, but they won't do it. Now we're going to go fucking play Iowa, mollywop them by 40, and guess what? Ohio State with one loss or Michigan with one loss is better than all those other teams, and they're sitting there let out eating turkey because we can't get in. I think it's shitty for college football to sit there and have this thing happen. I'm glad the Pac-12 did that and changed that. I wish the Big Ten would do it. I think you'd have a hell of a better showing here. We'd have a true definitive number 4.
Yeah, and look, the Big 12 does it too. Texas is going to play the next best team. That's probably the 4th team that I forgot. I don't have the teams in front of me, but just sitting here, there's a lot of really good. They could easily do a 12-team playoff this year and be.
Here it is right here. Here it is right here.
Heaven. I mean, look at that. That they are loaded, bro. And like your boy from Louisville texted me last night, dog. I was like getting home. I was getting home from work, and he texted me all fired up, and I was like, God damn it, I love coaches. They're the fucking best. So, like,
by the way, that's my boy. I'm glad I hooked you guys up because that dude, he's one of me. Me and him are like brothers. I'm tight. You're gonna love him. He's he's been with Brahm a long time. He's been a head coach, by the way, in this level, a Tulsa native. He coached and recruited Lamar Jackson and AR5. He's the only human on planet Earth could say he recruited the 2 most talented, gifted guys ever. So he's a dude. He's a dude.
Hey, I will say this: the Pac-12 not crumbling, the Pac-2 like absorbing the Mountain West, and then the Mountain West having to like go absorb 1 AA teams to move them up. That's what I've wanted to see from conference realignment all along. So that's a good thing, I guess. But other than that, man, I mean, this entire situation, the NIL stuff, the transfer portal, as a guy who's immersed in this in the business, who's doing media, talking about everything, like I'm pretty open about everything I talk about. Some people can't handle that shit. Like all the kids I work with, all the players, all the coaches, all the feelings and emotions, which I don't think have any place in this business whatsoever. Until you retire, then you can cry. I think that this college football is taking a product that was almost perfect and absolutely fucking with it until it's almost not. And it's like, I don't think it'll ever be bad because it's football. It's like pizza. It's even when it's kind of shitty, it's still kind of good. Kind of like some other stuff I know, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Starts with a P as well.
Yeah. Patriotism.
Yeah. Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Pasta. So look, it's. I think that college football has put themselves in this position where there's. Like they want to act like a professional league and all this shit, but there's too many guys and you can't pay everybody. And it's just that like everybody's not worthy of money either. That's the other thing is like in the NIL world now, Coach Prime came out and said yesterday he doesn't want anybody to be held hostage. He doesn't want to be held hostage in the NIL game. Well, when I've got college coaches calling me and telling me they've got a $250,000 surplus for offensive linemen, I don't know if everybody's playing the same game, is what I'm saying. Like you
Jim Mora, Bailey, if you could find Jim Mora's comments from yesterday and bring it up when you can. Jim Mora came out. I've known Jim a long time. Jim Mora came out. I don't know if you've heard this or saw what he said yesterday, but basically he's at UConn. They're 2-9. He had a decent year last year in his second season. This is year 3. He came out and said basically if our folks don't want to ante up and play the same NIL game as everyone else, then don't expect us to win and expect bitching to occur from coaches. Now, I don't agree totally because I've never had admin support. I've always went out and figured it out, and I've always figured out how to get a locker room, weight room, fundraise, etc. I even had to fundraise scholarships in JUCO. So I don't know if I totally agree with Jim, because I do believe we're in a lazy ass fucking world where coaches used to turn over rocks, Matt. They used to come in 6-0 and check you guys out. Hey, now they'll call. Now they'll tweet. How's that guy really? How's his feet? How about you come see him? We used to go see him. Now, I don't know if they're really going to do a detailed investigation on these recruits. And we just started the show off. There's this kid at Penn, University of Penn, not Penn State. He entered the portal, Matt, and he's got 17 offers in 24 hours. Penn, because you and I know, Matt, why you got a call last night from my buddy. There's spring teams and there's fall teams. And these fucking teams need spring bodies in the spring because we're getting 30 new transfers a year. Let's just be honest. And you can't tell me this Penn kid got 17 miraculous offers in 24 hours by Power 5 schools, not because they need bodies and not because he can play, but we need spring bodies. And let's be honest, we're killing these kids because he'll be in his third school come summer next year when he figures out he can't fucking play at LSU. So how about you go be the guy, not the other guy? And this is why I think coaches are fucking a lot of kids too, to your point. But at the other end, I think kids need to do some more research and keep your mothers out of it.
All right, so 2 parts. Number one, I agree.
Here it is, Matt, for you to, so you know, Matt, this is it right here. He said lack of NIL support. If you're not going to help us,
and that's true. A lack of NIL support is bad, obviously. But what we need to focus on is the fact that the fans and the business owners and the community is accountable for the NIL money, which is ridiculous. We're already buying the fans already buy tickets. They already buy merchandise. They already support the program. They make donations. They do everything that you ask them to do, and now you want them to fund your players too? Well, I guess they should have a say in who you bring in. It's not just like, give me all your fucking money and then I decide where it goes and then you don't get a say. I mean, that seems pretty ridiculous to me. So I think the NIL shit there's a real problem here. And also, I agree. I don't think all coaches are lazy, but I think some are. And again, if you're getting offended by this, I'm talking to you. Yeah. There's a lot of coaches that are there at 5 a.m. to watch workouts and evaluate kids, but they can't do it. They're handcuffed. Like a coach will watch a really good kid play, like a Lincoln Fahapoli Jr., who's a freak down at Fountain Fort Carson, just finished his senior year. He's 6'5", 320. He's a tank person. He's built to play football. I posted yesterday of him doing offensive line work. I tagged Coach Atkins at Florida State. He reached out to me and said, tell me more about this kid. I'm really intrigued. Now, when Colorado State and like Boise and other teams are just looking in the portal and they're neglecting a future NFL football player that they just need to develop, they're doing it to Jordan Ochoa too, another defensive end, is a great player, because they want to go find a man in the transfer portal that maybe 2 years ago they wouldn't have recruited with if I would have bribed them to, but because he went to Eastern Washington and played for 2 years, now he checks the boxes so they don't get fired if they bring him in. That's really what this is. This isn't about who can play and who can't. This is about coaches keeping their jobs. And also, social media has made it acceptable for coaches to just mass recruit off of someone else's hustle. So if somebody identifies a kid early and they really like him, like let's Gage Ginther. When Gage Ginther, number one player in the state, he's going to Tennessee. We'll just use him as an example, and he's one of many. Like, he gets his first offer from CSU or Boise or something. I can't remember who offered him first. And then based on that offer, he gets 10 more in a day, just like this kid got 17 in 24 hours. Yeah. So the other 16 teams didn't evaluate him the way that they should. They saw Team X offer him, and they're like, oh, well, if he's good enough to play at X university, he's good enough to play at this university. Exactly. And that is not the way this works. Lazy. Everybody's different. Development's different. Personalities are different. Football culture is different. Coach Sarkisian was just talking about this in Texas. You can't just manufacture culture. It has to be like organic. It has to happen organically. Rivalries have to happen organically. You know, hatred in football has to happen organically. So does praise, and so does work. I mean, it all has to happen. You can't just buy it. When I do consults at the gym, I did 5 last night. these kids and parents, they want. You can't buy it. You can't fucking buy football. You have to earn it. You can buy opportunity, maybe if your dad donates to the university or the NIL fund.
Right.
That's the other thing. Like now, if somebody's daddy's rich, can he donate to the NIL fund and get his kid on the team?
Hell yeah, he can. I bet
he
he can.
Goddamn right he can. So like again, like this goes full circle to the whole Colorado conversation and recruiting and all these fucking idiots on the internet who, you know, and comment pages who think that like we're equal. We're the same. We're both humans, but we ain't fucking equal, homeboy. And you don't know shit. And trust me, this is what I do for a living. And all I do is talk to coaches and place players. And I know the little intricacies behind behind the veil that's pulled. I'm the great Oz, motherfucker. So like what I'm saying is there's so much more going on behind the scenes that people don't know about, that people don't talk about, that I will talk about, because I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I think it's just business. But there's so many emotions wrapped up in football, because it's like it's my dream as a player, and how dare you tell me I can't do what I want, blah blah blah. I'm not telling you can't do what you want. The coaches are. The football's telling you can't do it. I didn't say anything. I'm here to help you. I want you to be successful. I want to place you at the highest place possible. But if they don't think you can play, it don't matter what I think. It don't matter what you think. And it don't matter what mommy thinks.
Didn't Jim Mora understand that he took the UConn job? Like you do understand you didn't take this job blindfolded, right? You signed the contract. You didn't sign it hoping it was fucking Alabama. Okay, when I wake up and open my eyes, I think I signed with Georgia. Oh no, it's UConn. You knew where you were going. So I have a little bit of I kind of lost a little bit of respect for the man, because you knew what job you took, dog. You had to get your name back out there. I would respect you more for coming out and saying, listen, after the UCLA debacle, I couldn't get a job. UConn was the job for me to get my name back hot. Instead, now you're using excuses for NIL that you can't get players. Well, guess what, dog? You're not going to get players with that attitude. I'm just telling you straight out. And I don't know if I can approach it as NIL only. That means you're putting the future of your program in another man's hands. Fuck the collective in the NIL. I'm going to go turn over rocks and get some dudes that nobody else will willing to go get. Turn them into something.
And I'm so glad you brought this up, bro.
I don't know,
JB,
man.
You're just you're a fucking real one, dog. Like JB. That's what I'm talking about. You shouldn't get it. It's fucking crazy. So look, I'm going to use an example. In the National Football League, where everything is soft and they want to throw the ball over the field, Philadelphia decided to go smash mouth and run the fucking football down your throat every play. And they're 8-1, 9-1, whatever they are, and they look really fucking good, and they might be able to win a Super Bowl. So in a soft league, the hammer wins. College football. Let's look at this. If everybody else is just going savage on the transfer portal, but only really the top like 20 programs can actually manifest it correctly, right? And like Coach Prime's in there because he's him. But Colorado couldn't manifest it correctly if you didn't have Coach Prime. Let's just be real. Yeah. Like if you can't manifest it correctly and you can't get the guys on campus and then get them paid, acting like they're not going to get paid or they're holding you hostage is also ridiculous. That's not true. Coaches hold programs hostage constantly for contracts. Players are doing the same thing now with no agents. So now you've got to deal with a kid and their parents. Have fun with that shit. So look at all that, and then I look at a team like Wyoming. Wyoming doesn't fuck with the transfer portal. Air Force doesn't fuck with the transfer portal. And I know they're Mountain West schools. I don't care. They are all about identifying talent that fits for them and recruiting the shit out of it and developing it. And if they lose a good player to the transfer portal, they lose them. But you know what? That's something they'll live with. I personally wish that teams would double down. Like, if you're like Kansas State's a great example of this. They do dabble in the transfer portal a bit, but they are still recruiting the shit out of high school kids. And they develop the shit out of these kids, and they build their culture and community. Well, they got Blake Barnett from Erie. They got Stonebreaker from Douglas County. They bring in guys constantly. So if you're a high school or a college coach and the transfer portal is it's either ravaging you, or if it's ravaging you, you had a good year. and everybody is being told something that maybe isn't true. If I'm telling a good player who had a good year this year, I'm giving them two options. Look, are you a graduate? No. Okay. Did you have a great year? Yes. Okay. Would you rather stay where you're at and build on that next year and know you're going to be the guy? Or do you want to go in the transfer portal and risk the opportunity of not playing? Because there's two opportunities in the transfer portal. There's three. There's get picked up, get paid. Everything's hunky-dory. You're a first-round transfer portal guy. Congratulations. It's pretty rare. Second, you just get picked up. No one gives you any money. There's not a whole lot of NIL money going around, actually. All these people who think all the college football players are rich, you're fucking dumb. Or number three, you sit in the transfer portal.
That's what's going to happen.
Those are the options.
Dude.
And look, the only thing I can say about 6-0 that's a saving grace for these kids is yesterday I watched Pierce Hawley, my dude that played at fucking Littleton High School, right down the street, little shitty high school. No offense to Littleton. But, you know, little high school here in Colorado. They don't really put on a lot of players. Went to Georgetown, balled out, got his degree, transferred to Indiana State, was second team all-conference last night with a year to play. He's not going back in the portal. He's going to stay at Indiana State and try and ball the fuck out next year and pull a Tony Romo. Like that's what this is, guys. I don't care where you play. I care how you play, and that's how the NFL thinks. Stop fucking worrying about the logo on the side of your helmet to get you clout and blown at a frat party. Stop worrying about that and start worrying about what you're putting on tape and how it affects you at the next level. The NFL is where you get paid. The NIL is where you get played.
Film don't
lie. The eye in the sky don't lie.
You need to cut that motherfucker right there. The NFL is where you get paid. The NIL is where you get played like a fucking fiddle.
And that's the caption. Felipe, cut that, Felipe. That's the caption. Put it in quotes. Put Matt's his app right there. You're gonna retweet it. We're gonna retweet it. So it's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
Bailey. Yes, I will call you, and yes, I want to do business. But when I get done and I hit off, I'm on Thanksgiving break, and I ain't picking up the phone. I'm calling you tomorrow, motherfucker. I ain't gonna pick up. I'll send you a picture of a turkey and be like, "Happy gobble gobble, motherfucker."
I've said it forever. I said the film don't lie. Play FCS, play D2, get 4 years of film. It's still film. The NFLs will evaluate who you're playing against. Yep. All that old shit. It doesn't matter. If you can do this, this, and this, especially a lot. That's why so many D2 linemen get scooped up, because if they're technically legit, technically sound, their bodies are lean enough to where you can add some weight, not fat guts and no fucking ass. They can say, you know what? Motherfucker can play. We'll fix it. We can add this to him. We can add this to him. But that's why we don't understand that shit. They don't get it. They think they have to play at Alabama. No, look, you don't.
I think that I know you think JUCO's dying, and it is. I'm not saying
it's imploding.
It's imploding, and that's too bad. But like our boy Dan Cheverini, my man D Chev is at Caffey, and they're undefeated and balling the fuck out.
Yeah,
Chafee. Sorry, I can't pronounce shit. And they're doing a great job. Like I can't wait after Thanksgiving to call DC and be like, yo, I know you're staying. You're probably going to stay there for another year. You just won Coach of the Year again. He's established there now. Why would he leave? Keep building until you can get another job. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next head coach at Fresno or fucking San Jose State or something, and then he gets another job. He's a hell of a coach. But I can't wait to call him and go, look, I got 3 or 4 guys that are getting overlooked, and I'm going to send them to you. And then they're going to go there, and he's going to develop the shit out of them, and they're going to ball and go undefeated or lose one game or some shit. And then the coaches are going to go, oh, fuck, these kids can play, and they're over there balling for Coach Shiv. Yeah, we're going to take them.
But see, Darren, no, I talked to Darren all year long when he got the job. He knows, though. He's a JUCO guy right here from Riverside, California. He's a JUCO guy that understands that you can win instantly. He took that job in June.
Yeah,
and he's 10-0. They're in the weakest division of JUCO in Cali. There's 3 tiers, but it doesn't matter. He turned the program around overnight. People are always going to say, "Oh, he's in the weakest tier." Guess what, dog? You got to start fucking somewhere. And undefeated is a lot better than fucking losing a game. And I don't care what level you are. Here's the thing they don't understand about JUCO. So when you win there 2 years, they're going to move you up to the big dog. And he's been in the big boy league forever at Riverside. before he went to Texas Tech and Colorado back home. But I don't disagree. I think he probably would take a smaller school if he had to. But this is a school he turned around overnight. I coached at Chafee, so I understand the landscape. It's not easy because of admin support, but he's getting what he needs there, and they've won there, and he's undefeated. They play a bowl game, I believe, this weekend. So they play a bowl game against Pasadena.
Pretty awesome, bro. Chance to finish the season undefeated. I guarantee you a bunch of his kids get picked up and get placed. That's the whole point. So, look, we need to talk about Colorado, and I'm sure we will. And if we do, we do. And if we don't, we don't. I don't really care. I've said enough about that shit. We can continue to elaborate. Allow me to retort. I'm saying that back in the day, I feel like coaches were more worried about helping their guys. They had a little bit more security in their jobs. They had time to actually build. You could actually build a relationship. I had the same head coach and the same position coach for 5 years. That is pretty rare. These days, everybody is a merc. Every coach is a merc. Every player's a merc. Every agent's a merc. I'm a merc. Everyone. If you're not a mercenary, you can't play in today's game, which is why so many people have a problem with how I talk and act, because you ain't a fucking merc. You're not a mercenary. You're a banker. You're not a mercenary. You don't have the cutthroat mentality of, oh, you don't think I can do it? Fuck you. On to the next one. You have the, you don't think I can do it? And then we have to have like a fucking counseling session and a comfort dog and talk about your fucking feelings.
And they're going to pull their phone out and record you during the meeting.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the phone out and record coach yelling at me about coming to practice when I play football. What the fuck are we talking about? And then we're the bad guys because we're not appreciating his mental health. Motherfucker, I see a shrink damn near every week. My mental health's super important. If I don't take care of my mental health, I get to take care of your physical health real quick.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact, man. Big Matt, I saw some yesterday on Twitter.
Yes.
You had put a tweet out, and I'm not gonna say it verbatim, but it was like a high school coach said this about you, and then he said 2 minutes later, whatever. Now he said, "Can you kind of elaborate a little bit on that?" Like,
so look, like a lot of these high school coaches in Colorado don't like me.
Is that this tweet right here?
That is that tweet right there. Yes, it is. Look at you. You guys are so good. Holy shit. I love it. And like, there's a whole bunch of people like this, and that. I'm a foot in mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Look, I've been doing this a long time at 6-0. And I don't know how many schools have told their kids. And I was even talking to my guys that were down at Air Force this weekend about how stupid it is. I can't believe our coaches would tell us not to come see you. They didn't really help us. They didn't really help place us. They didn't talk to the coaches. They didn't bring them in at 5 a.m. They didn't push our resumes. They just kind of sat back and watched us get better, and then they love credit. And I don't really care about credit. My credit's going to come when my guys come back to the gym and work out and then tag me and all that shit. That's how that works. Again, you can't buy it. You can refer it, but you can't buy it. So like when I'm now, Nick is a hell of a player and a good prospect, and we're trying to figure out where he's going to high school. And I met with Chatfield again last night. I think that's high on the list. So when you tell kids not to come see me, and I'm the Antichrist, and I'm not religious, that's another one. I'm not religious, so they don't want their kids around me. And their kid comes in listening to NBA Youngboy and like fucking that seems super religious to me, and we're rolling. And then like 2-3 years later, those same people that told their kids not to train with me and tell their young guys not to come are reaching out to me on DM asking me to interview my son to go play for their high school team. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? You actually think that I'm going to give you the time of day to coach my kid after you dogged me out in my business? When I'm helping your guys go to college, and then they play for your high school team and all the shine goes to you, and I don't say shit. I just high-five them at signing day and move on to the next one, because that's what this business is, which they forgot. High school coaches, you are not here to win high school games. You are here to build men. And if you build men, you'll win a ton of high school games. And if you try and finagle this so it's all about you, you'll lose high school games and get fired. So all I'm saying is, if you want to play this game of like this vindictive finger pointing control game, which is out of the door, like you can't do it in college or high school anymore. Guys are going to go do what they want. And they have social media now, so they can project whatever they want. If they don't like a coach, they can say it. And people might get mad about it. Who gives a shit? Like I keep receipts, dog. I remember everything. So when you dog me out and tell somebody not to come to the gym and I lose a client or a kid loses an opportunity, and you have the audacity to reach out because my kid's good and act like we're all friends. It's not necessarily them asking, it's how they ask. It's,
right.
Hey, buddy, how are you, friend? It's so good. I haven't talked to you in so long. How's life? How's your family? Is everything good? Oh, we'd love to talk to your kid. We're not friends, dog. I don't know you.
Your head on my face. Your head on my face.
Like, come on with this fucking bullshit. My family, you don't get to know. How am I? Wouldn't you like to know? Like, come on. I'm not texting you like, hey, that's a hell of a program over there. How's your family doing? Love to sit down and talk shop. I don't want to go get coffee with you. I don't like you. This is business. Can you help my son obtain his goals academically and athletically? If you can't do that, the conversation's over. And I know you can't do it if everything you've done in the past has been about control. I don't want control on my boy. I want the restrictions lifted off of him so he can go batshit bang bang crazy on motherfuckers for 4 years and go play Power 5 Division I football, which he will do.
It's a fact.
Hey, it's good you said that because I got this clip I want to show you.
I'm really sorry for giving a shit and being loud and cursing. I'm so sorry.
I tell people all the time, Matt, what you said about high school. That's exactly what I did. I never have slept one night in bed and happy that I got a former couple players in the chat right now. Latrell, right? So first year when I took over Cabrillo, that school was 6-57 in a 6-year span before I got there. We go 7-3 year one. Not one of those 7 wins did I sleep and say, fuck, I'm so happy we won our 7th game at the high school level. No, it was I changed Latrell Flowers, and now he's going to go 4-year and play Division I, and he's not going to go to jail and die.
That's what
I slept on. And that's why JUCO is the single hardest level to coach, because JUCO, that's all you do. Fuck winning and losing. Who's going to remember the national title winner in JUCO next year? Do you know who won last year? Nobody knows who won last year at JUCO. Who gives a fuck? Shit. They remember we won Georgia the national title in 4-year level. They don't remember JUCO.
With a bunch of guys who were probably on a JUCO team. So look, I'll end this part of the conversation with this. Last night, I had the last consult I had was a young man who is, product of divorce, and there's some problems going on with the family, and he's a really good athlete, good player, but he's like right at that breaking point. He's a sophomore in high school. He's got some shit that's going on, family stuff, and like he's 15 years old, 16 years old. He's trying to figure it out in his head. Everybody try and put yourself in 16-year-old self. And then add problems. Like shit happens when you're a kid. Like I know a lot of guys that were asshole kids that turned out to be multimillionaires that didn't even graduate high school. So don't tell me that a reflection of you at 16 is a reflection of you at 40. That's ridiculous. But I will say this, that he wasn't talking about like he can't play football and he misses it. He's talking about like structure and family and community, and like the mom is sitting there in tears because she knows how important it is. And he has to go find that with me. He has to go invest in that to get it. I say this constantly, and I will die on this hill. The fact that the state of Colorado needs me, the fact that I'm so fucking busy, the fact that I'm taking so many consults, the fact that I'm taking on so many transfer portal kids, the fact that I'm taking on so many scholarship kids, high school guys that are going to get scholarships, that I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. It's a good thing for business. It's a good thing for the kids and the parents, but it isn't an indictment on Hobbytown. It's an indictment on the state of Colorado for as affluent as this place is and how rich everybody is, from fucking Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. It's one big fucking suburb. All right. Yeah. The fact that the fact that like the athletic departments don't handle all this, and you don't have a recruiting department, and you're not on their asses about how their kids are getting recruited, and there's not give and take between the colleges and the high school, and like bigger than just walking in and saying who you got. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real like root recruiting. And I feel like until that happens, what do you expect me to do? Sit around and not care about the state that I love, where I'm from, where I played high school football? Should I just sit back and be lethargic and not give a shit like the rest of you? Should I sit back and say oh, well, that's just the way it is. We're not going to be, I can't change it, so it can't be changed. No, you can change it. It can be changed. It just takes leadership, and sometimes it takes abrupt leadership, and sometimes it takes somebody that's willing to actually put their balls out there on the table and say, okay, you want to take a swing at them, take a swing at them, but they're there. My balls are on the table. So if no one else will put their nuts on the table, then you don't really get a say when we start fucking figuring out how to change things. And when I have coaches getting off the plane and driving to 6-0 and sitting down and saying, who you got? It seems like 6-0 Academy is the biggest fucking high school in the state of Colorado, homie. We just don't play football.
Drop some money.
Hey, I always used to say, hey, loyalty is rare. If you find it, keep it. People don't know that shit. I used to say it every day. But it is what it is. Colorado had another player come out and do a fucking TikTok video. We all love to see those, right? I love the player that played for me that comes out. Hey, I don't like it here. I don't know if you heard this or saw this video. I just found it.
I sit back and watch everybody, bro. You know, I do something different. I do what they mess up on, bro. I go do that bit right, bro. Like, bro, Nate, I got 3.7 GPA. Big. I go to everything, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. Like, bro, it's so crazy because, like, bro, when you don't know what it is, bro, that's what make that shit more hard. Like, why the hell? Like, bro, I even ask myself, like, bitch, what the fuck I'm doing, bitch? But I'm doing everything right.
Came out this bit to be a practice player. If y'all say I wasn't being a practice player, the people if y'all gonna say that, or y'all gonna say I'm hating, I'm always hate on the people that's in front of me. Y'all can go ask them, boy, do I hate? Boy, I'm definitely everybody up. If you don't follow me, I don't know why. I never did nothing to nobody.
Boy, I'm gonna feed my daughter, no cap, no matter what. I'm gonna take care of my daughter, make sure my daughter.
Who is that?
Willie Gaines? I don't know.
I've never heard of this guy. I didn't even know he was on the team. Look, I'm not trying to hate on the kid, but if I'm the coach and we're in a meeting and that's how you want to talk and you just say, bruh, 50 times. Bruh, hey, bruh. I'm going to look at him and go, sit up in your fucking seat and look at me and speak and tell me what the fuck you're trying to say. I don't even know what the fuck you just said, dog. What are you trying to articulate, dude?
I have no idea. Bruh,
you weren't good enough to play?
Bruh.
You're going to feed your daughter no cap? What the fuck does that mean? Everybody has to feed their own kids, idiot. This is what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I never heard
this is where Herm Edwards used to say, don't hit send. This is what he meant.
This ain't the way to go, though, if you're not playing. Like, this is only going to make you worse. You know what I'm saying? If you even had a chance
who in the portal is going to sign that kid right now?
No one, dog. He'll never play again.
Maybe. I don't know, but I hope not.
Well, he'll never play again. And, like, is he still on Colorado's roster?
I don't know.
I don't know. I had to look it up.
Can you look Willie Gaines, see who he is?
Look, I'm not saying the kid can't play. I'm not saying he doesn't have a point. I'm saying that, again, I'm going to say – college football doesn't owe you anything. Coach Prime doesn't owe you shit. You have to earn opportunity. He's not just going to play people because he told you in the transfer portal when you were there, like, hey, come to Colorado and you'll start. That is a ploy to get you to go to school. No one actually goes into the transfer portal and gets recruited and has I'm going to go there and start. Every time I hear kids like, they told me I could go there and start, I'm like, you shouldn't go there.
He's a
Jackson State. Don't go. You're not going there to start. You're going there to fucking develop and see if you can actually stay there so you can play.
Oh, he's a receiver that came from Jackson State with Dion.
And he's there right now.
Yeah, he's still on the roster
right now. So that's probably, that's probably why he's emotional about it.
On Saturday, he won't be. That kid's gonna be gone.
And that's probably why he's emotional about it. He's like, I came here with you. I'm sure Prime recruited him, told him why he should come with him, did all that. He feels like he's doing everything right. Listen, I've been in a position where I've had teammates who grades was good, wasn't getting in trouble, but whatever the case was, coach wasn't playing you for, again, that could be because you're not good enough. That could be for they think the guys in front of you are just that much better. Who knows? There's so many other factors and reasons that could be where, yeah, I could get you being frustrated as a player. I get it, but this ain't the route to go. This is not going to help at all. At all.
I agree with Smitty. This is the wrong way to go, but I will counter with this. My grades were always a mess. I was always on academic probation. I was always getting in trouble. I got arrested multiple times. I was in jail. I got kicked out of school, and I never not started.
I'm going to be honest,
you're a bad dude,
so
man.
let's just put 2 and 2 together then. So that means
I'm going to be honest.
That means I can play.
Here.
Yeah.
Like, I got to be honest. That kid right there played at Dodge City JUCO in my old league in Kansas. If you've ever heard any of my former players come speak and talk, please go Google it. Go look up any one of my players. I've had them all on the show. Have you ever heard one of my kids sound that fucked up? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm gonna be real. This shit is not coached up and taught. I taught it. I fucking taught it. That's real shit. Ask any of my kids. My coaches were with them at 4 a.m. on a computer in a fucking writing class. We are not going to fucking present ourselves that way and talk that way. That's coming from a JUCO. He came from Dodge City JUCO. Deion signed him at Jackson, and he still sounds like a fucking JUCO kid. And I used to tell my players every day, listen, just because we're in JUCO don't mean we got to be JUCO. And that's what people don't realize. They didn't realize that shit. And I've never fucking had a kid sound that fucking stupid on an interview. Never. Because I was the guy that was going to fucking make sure that those kids left my program representing me and their self. Like, dog, you look stupid, homie. You sound ignorant, and ignorance is life-threatening, and not enough people sell the truth. They don't tell these dudes that you ain't going to get a job, homie. Unfortunately, no one's telling them. They just want to use them as a piece of meat in the meat market because they can run fast. Play for me. But guess what, dog? You're playing for you, but you ain't helping that kid do shit else in life. But guess what? I'm the asshole who sits here and gets passed by for jobs because by guys that I actually coached and helped get jobs. And now guess what? I'm the guy sitting here doing a show because I am too dangerous. I'm a risk. I'm an asshole. Well, why aren't the players saying that shit? Why are my players successful? Why are they got degrees? Why are they graduating? Why are they not in jail? Why are they Why do I have DMs from certain junior colleges who just hired certain coaches? Why do I have a full-on roster DM saying, why we didn't hire you, coach? You were here before. I don't know, dog. It's bigger than me, bro. You got to ask your own admin. So
that's real.
I'm just saying, is what it is.
That's real. Bro. That's real on that last part. Being devil's acting a little bit, and y'all gonna be mad, but it is what it is. I did have some teammates that's from like Atlanta. It's from the South that has a total different lingo in terms of how they spoke and how they talk. And when I first met them, being from Indianapolis, I was like, huh? Like some shit I couldn't even understand. I didn't know what they were talking about. Like it was a little bit of a transition for me to understand this lingo. Now, after a while, you end up understanding, like, okay, this is what he means by this. This is what he means by. So when I heard that video, as crazy as it sounds, I've had some teammates from down south, and if I had to guess, that guy's probably from Atlanta. I could be wrong, but that's based upon people who I've known. If I had to guess, I'm based from Atlanta. I understood exactly what he said, only because I've experienced that type of lingo before. But I can also understand from your point of view, if you ain't never heard it, it's like this motherfucker sounds.
I call bullshit.
Ridiculous.
I call bullshit.
You say on me?
I call bullshit, homie.
Why would I lie?
From the hood, and every kid I've ever fucked.
Why would I lie?
From the hood. Every kid I've ever fucked is a jit, homie. Every kid is a jit, D. Jones. Don't get me fucked up, homie. I recruited more in the motherfucking country than anyone you know. And don't tell me about Atlanta. Go to fucking Louisiana. Talk about motherfucker you can't understand? How about a dude from 10 miles from a country road in Louisiana, 32nd Parish, a guy named, go Google this shit. By the way, he played at Colorado, came from me. Delrick Abrams, 6'4" corner. Guess what? Went to the league, played for the Falcons. Guess what? That motherfucker, you couldn't understand if he said cat and you told him there was a C and a T in it. Guess what he did, though? Motherfucker gets on the interview, sound a lot better than that motherfucker. You know why? Played for me. And guess what? Stop with the excuses about where they're from, homie. This is fucking about how invested are you in your motherfucking kid. And I was invested in those kids. So guess what? Guess what, dog? This is how you talk in front of motherfuckers. You're not going to sound like you're from the parish in Louisiana when you go in front of Nick Saban. I am going to teach you better. So miss me with the jit shit, D. Jones. Motherfucker, we all got hood cats and tendencies in us. And go listen to a motherfucking Compton. You ain't going to understand him either if you're from Florida. So don't get it twisted. I know every single kid in every single fucking place. And don't go to South Carolina, homie, if you think Atlanta's bad.
And real quick, we're calling this an interview. The motherfucker was on his social media too. So again, I don't know how to. I don't know who this cat is. I don't know how he talks when he's talking to Coach Prime. I don't know how he sounds in the fucking with a camera in front of him, like a real camera, an actual. I've never heard this kid ever in my life. Right now, he's on the cell phone, posting a social media video, emotional, just reacting. So I can't use how he's talking. The way we talk on here at times is not how I'm gonna talk when I go to Fox and the fucking CEO walks by. That's just not what I'm gonna do.
That's my point.
I mean, it's a different scenario.
That's my point. I taught my kids, you got to play the game. You got to play the game, not the game, not this game, the game.
100%.
In front of cats with my skin tone that's going to give you the fucking job. You got to play that game. But guess what? I'm the asshole that won't get hired because these fucks are scared of me. But the players sure do want me still. It's crazy how that works. So see what I'm saying? It's a bunch of pussy out here, man. It's a bunch of and the excuse that I keep getting is this. Oh, my board won't let me. The board won't let us. The board bullshit. You're fucking bullshit. Because I guarantee if you put your fucking foot on the carpet and said, you know what, dog? This is the real. The kids love him. They want to play for him. He gets results. He's the fucking dude in this business. There isn't a better JUCO guy in the world. This is what he does. Instead, okay. That's okay. When you say okay, that means you have took it in the ass. Let's just keep it real. Instead of saying, no, man, this motherfucker's the guy. They act like I have a criminal record, homie. They act like I can't go get a fingerprint clearance. They're acting as if I'm fucking out here doing Art Briles shit. Like, fucking kidding me, homie?
Hey, that man on fire right now. Let me fan him off. Let me fan off JB.
Damn,
man.
JB.
That man's on fire.
And fuego. Look, I think that this is it's kind of a bigger problem that Coach Prime is going to have to deal with. Like, everybody's got a portal, everybody's got a voice, and if some kid that you recruited with, like, look, Coach Prime can be super positive and all about love and honesty and all, because he's Coach Prime. He doesn't have any like real problems other than like blood clots and like where Shador's going to go first round next year. Like they're really minimal problems. Being the head coach of Colorado is a minimal problem. Like, that's a great job. He's got great support. He's going to have unbelievable opportunity this offseason to change over stuff, and he has total anonymity and control. That's another reason why I don't think he'll leave, because he actually has a ton of control there. Rick George is hands off and lets him do what he wants. But when you recruit big-time players, and I say that broadly, as in everybody in the country is recruiting the same 10 assholes, and then when they don't get them, they have to like actually go recruit. Sometimes you've got to find guys who actually just want to play football and don't want to necessarily be football players. Like, there's a huge difference, in my opinion, between a guy who wants to be a football player and a guy who is one. So, like, you can dress, I say it all the time, you can dress up like a football player on Friday night and be like a creative player on Madden, but that doesn't make you a player. Your look doesn't make you a player. Look like Tarzan, play like Jane. How many times you heard that? So this goes full circle back to kids and how they take responsibility for their own actions. You know, if he's a great student, that's great, but there's probably a reason you're not playing, and those reasons were Horn and Weaver and Dawson, and like the receiver position is definitely not the problem in Boulder. Travis Hunter, like the receiver position is not the problem. The quarterback position is not the problem. Instead of, I'm assuming this kid is either done or has at least one more year. Instead of this route, I would go in and close the door and sit down with Coach Prime and have a conversation man to man and say, how can I get better in the offseason to make sure this doesn't happen next year? I can't be on scout team anymore. It's eating me alive. Coach, what do I need to do, in your opinion, to get better so I can get on the field? Not this like rant. And this is the other thing. If you're going to rant, just like plan it a little bit. Write down some shit. Don't just hit fucking play and start talking. That every time I do that into my phone, nothing good ever happens, and I always erase it. I never post it. So, you know, having a plan of attack on how you want to formulate your discontent with the situation you're in. People don't hear the message, bro. All they hear is you bitching. And I know this because every time I get emotional about whatever, about CU or the NFL or concussion settlements or fuckboy coaches or players or whatever, every time I get emotional, no one ever hears the message. They only hear the tone. They only see, oh, he's really upset. What's wrong with this fucking guy? Blah, blah, blah. They don't actually listen to what's happening. So it's one of the reasons why I try to stay calm. It doesn't necessarily work all the time, but I try.
Yeah, they always just hear my tone. They never listen to the message. That's just what it is. They've always done that though, because they think
let me say one thing before I get off. And look, I'm very thankful for both of you. It's Thanksgiving, and I know that everybody's thankful this time of year, but I am. The show has been awesome since I started doing it with Coach JB, and it's just going to continue to get better as we go here on Planet ERF. But I'm thankful for Coach Prime in Colorado too. And there's a lot of like hate on social media right now, like questioning my loyalty and shit, because I told my guy Talon Chandler, your dream school offered you? Yeah, bro, that's incredible. Congratulations. What would you expect me to say to him?
He's from Nevada, Missouri.
Would you expect the 42-year-old old head that already played at Colorado to say, oh, I know you, Talon, and I know your heart, and I know how great of a kid you are, and you should stay at Colorado because I want you to, or Coach Prime wants you to, or guilt? What? That's not the way coaching and mentorship works. You have to set aside your personal feelings. Like, I understand that Coach Prime said he wants guys that want to go there. Well, bro, like everybody at CU, there's so many kids that can play there that want to go there that you guys don't look at.
Yeah.
There were a ton of guys there last year that were there that loved that place, that wanted to stay, that you walked in and said, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. You can't stay here. And I know it was a test to see who would leave, but let's be real. How many of the guys that actually held over played? Trevor Woods? Like Van Wells? Two. I can name two off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. The Harrison kid tight end. So it's I don't understand how people can take anything I say about that place when I've been beating the drum for them since the minute he got fucking hired, before he got hired. I told everybody he was going to get hired, and then he did. Just because I criticize something or I don't agree with something does not mean I don't like it. In actuality, that means I love it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Because you know why? These pussies out here who tweet, text, blah, 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 they think correction is criticism. It's not. Correction is not criticism, dog. Correction is actually means I like you. I love you. I want to help you. When I stop doing that, as the old adage says in the coaching world, I don't give a fuck about you. And that's just truth. And that goes in life too, by the way. I got some shitty head last night, and guess what? I didn't text her back.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Can I have a question? How do you get bad head? Did she use a teeth?
Sometimes too much teeth. If you use too much teeth, T-E-E-E-F, it's not good. It's not good. If you don't have enough saliva, I like wet, sloppy. If it's not wet, sloppy, it's just dry and just like lackluster. If you're not giving me full effort, I can't fuck with you.
Did you try to stop or what?
Yeah, I just say get out of here.
You say, you know what? Enough is enough.
You're lazy. You're lazy. You're like Jim Moore. You're Jim Moore on my dick. You're fucking lazy. You don't want to turn over the rock. You fucking get out of here.
Man, he said you're Jim Moore on my dick. What's wrong with this dude?
You just look at her and go, "Hey, will you stop James Franklining my cock, please? I know you're good at average teams, but good teams, you're terrible."
I'm just saying, like, fuck it, get out of here. I gotta pee.
JB was smoking. Hey, slap dick, get off. Stop.
Hey, by the way, I hope ladies don't take it as disrespect, but like, I smoke cigars when I get my dick sucked. I'm just gonna be honest.
I know you do, like Paul. I know you do.
Oh, I do. I really do.
Looks up at you, you're lighting up. He's like,
I really do.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, my daughter or my daddy. I do.
What you're doing.
I do. And you got to coach them up. You really do got to coach them up. And I'm all for coaching them up. I will coach them up. But I just.
Do you watch Pornhub for tips?
No. It's just one of those it factor things, like quarterback
it's an
playing.
inherent thing.
It factor. Like
either you got it or you don't.
Hey, by the way, though. Big Smitty, Matt, before Matt leaves, yeah. I gotta be honest. Women can
you
say,
haven't been?
You know, women can say, I'm on my period, I gotta go, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel good, I got a headache, migraine, blah, 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 blah. And we don't know if they ever came, right? We don't ever know if they came. What is a guy's excuse? I have one. I know one. I know how to get out of some bad shit. I know how to do it.
My hamstring is cramping.
No. I gotta pee. If you gotta pee with a hard dick, you're a special human being anyway. And then the girl's fucked up. She don't know what's going on. And I gotta pee. And then you know what? My dick had to go back down to pee because if I would have hit the ceiling, so I had to go down and pee. And now I can't get back hard. Let's just watch a movie, or better yet, you should probably go. I gotta go get Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean that's true. You wow. Okay.
I don't know how we got to this place. Like it was a serious show for an hour and a half, and then boom.
So what if she says?
That is speechless.
What if you say you have to pee and she says, "Awesome"?
I pee on you.
Ah!
Oh, I pee. Gross. Oh, I'll pee on a bitch in a heartbeat. Are you crazy as hell?
I swear to God, if there's any fecal matter or pee involved, I'm out. I'm gone.
Now, I don't do the fecal matter shit, but peeing is not a bad thing. Like as long as it's not like you can drink some water. Hopefully you hydrate.
No, motherfucker, you drink liquor every fucking day.
That's why my shit is clear. My shit is clear.
No, you drink fucking hard, dark. You probably your piss like green down there.
Nah, man, I drink
so
water.
Dehydrated?
I drink water, yeah. Juice. Remember I juice?
Your juice.
My pee tastes like cucumber, watermelon, and pineapple.
How you know?
Because that's what they tell me.
You juice once a quarter, motherfucker. The rest of the year, you drinking nothing but liquor. Stop.
Hey, Matt, this show went off the rails. But guess what? That's why we're the realest show on planet Earth. We give you emotion. We cry. We laugh. We tell the truth.
Hey,
it is what it is. Don't cancel Lane Kiffin, everybody out there, please. You guys are all just...
What Lane Kiffin do? He yelled at a kid who needs to go to practice?
They say he's racist.
This is white and black.
So you want context? Here's the context. A kicker who was white, obviously, if we had to guess, the kicker's probably going to be white. The kicker came out and apparently got caught with some dope. I don't know if it was coke, weed, whatever it was. he was allowed to stay on the team. Okay? Now, I'll break this down for everybody real easily as a coach. And then, obviously, we have the kid who recorded him, who was a black player who claimed mental health and blah, blah, blah. Okay? So this is what's coming out. The cancel culture vultures are coming after Lane. And here's what it is. By the way, I've saved a shitload of white kids who've done dumb shit, and I've saved a shitload of black kids who've done dumb shit.
Hey, kids
Stop
do dumb
pointing
shit.
out one fucking kid in one scenario as if you were there every day for the last 4 years at Ole Miss under his leadership. Stop acting like you're fucking there.
How about Mexicans, JB?
How about Mexicans?
Where's the Mexicans at? The Mexican, we call them Mexicans.
Have you saved some Mexicans?
Yes.
All right. Make sure.
Man, you're like, it's like the JB is like Noah's Ark. Everyone, come to me and I will
bring
save
two
you.
of everything.
Hey, I mean, it's self-reported asshole, though. I'll cut you too. I cut you too.
2 blacks, 2 whites, 2 Mexicans, 2 Asians, 2 whatever. Bring them on.
Yeah.
JB, are you Jesus Christ? Who are you? What?
Hey, by the way,
guys, man. You
hey,
guys
by the
are
way, though,
such
they're not,
assholes.
a lot of folks. Hey, Smitty, a lot of folks trying to cancel your boy too. I just talked to him the other day. A lot of cats trying to cancel Marcellus Wiley too now.
What?
Yeah, he's saying shit that's real. Like cats don't like that shit, man.
The beauty of this is cancel culture. You can't cancel certain people.
Yeah.
You can't. There's certain
who
people
gets
that just
canceled?
have clout.
The guy that gets canceled is the guy that
Who cares?
Who gives a fuck.
If you don't give a shit
Dave
about cancel culture,
Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, those guys won't ever get canceled because they don't give a
fuck.
You got to make the money before you get canceled, though, right?
No.
Like, what if you get canceled before you got the money?
Well,
I'm there. I'm that guy.
You got
no,
bread,
but there's
JB.
another side
you got
of this.
bread, Big Mac.
When you're canceled,
I'm a hustler for my bread.
When you're canceled, if they want to cancel you, and I don't even know who they are, and they come at me, if they want to cancel you, well, there's a whole nother side of people who think this is all fucking stupid that won't. So like, I don't even know what cancel culture is. I think it's fucking ridiculous. All you keyboard warriors out there who think that like, here, this is how you fuck with cancel culture. Don't read the comments. If I don't read the comments, your voice doesn't mean shit because I'm speaking
I actually like reading
and
them.
you're typing. There's a huge fucking difference between speaking and typing.
I gotta stop. I gotta start taking the Mac class because I actually read them and then I respond and I love it because that's even like better to me because I'm like really don't give a fuck.
Love yelling at people.
I really don't give a fuck. I'm reading your
comment. Do you
comment.
type that or do you type the text? Do you hit speak the text and then go, listen, motherfucker, you're a bitch-made punk hoe. Fuck you, slap dick.
No, I just type it.
You type?
Yeah, I like type it because if I type it, I can still smoke my cigar. I don't get I don't have a hemorrhage or an ulcer. I just type it.
I see JB in a corner with a stick in his mouth, just typing real pissed off. Bitch, motherfucker.
Hey, Smitty was at the house one day when my phone company called me, though.
T-Mobile. Oh, my God. Matt.
I was pissed.
It went from 0 to 60. It was all quiet. Steve Kim was over there. We're eating food. Got the games on. Everybody's laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Out of nowhere, you hear JB in the back. You bitch-ass motherfucker. You turn my phone off. That's your ass. Oh, I know where you live at, bitch. Man. You got my address. Hello? This motherfucker hung up. I'm like, what is going on? Like, just out of nowhere. I thought he was like role playing. It was a skit or some shit. He was serious.
You know that like 0 to 60 isn't that's the name of my podcast, number one. But number two, he idles at like 80, just like Bill Burr says. Like you went from 0 to 100 so fast. Bitch, I idle at 80. Like he's idling at 84 right now. All you gotta do is say one thing and be
one trigger word. One trigger word, I'm fucking through the roof. My hat's gonna blow off the fucking top.
Say transfer to him.
This is all I gotta say is Patrick Mahomes is better than Troy Aikman.
Hey Bailey, don't cut any videos today for Matt at all. Nothing.
Stay vindictive.
Hey Matt,
all right, I have to go. I've been on for an hour and 10 minutes.
Hey,
we're gonna stay for another hour and 10 minutes, motherfucker. We're giving thanks today.
Yeah, I ain't got shit else to do. What?
Let's do this with you real quick then. If you don't have shit to do, we can go through the whole show with you.
What do you want? Tell me what you want.
JB like, shit, if you for real, we can keep you in a couple hours.
If you don't want to be here, peace, bitch.
I got my top 5 Thanksgiving dishes.
Ooh.
Nice. Smoked
brown sugar, honey baked ham. That's a long discussion, a lot of adjectives. Smoked brown sugar, honey baked ham.
Yeah, because I'm cooking that tomorrow. I'm cooking that tomorrow. I'm doing 2 turkeys tomorrow. 1 smoked, 1 fried, a prime rib. I'm smoking a prime rib, and then I make my own mac and cheese. That's unbelievable. So this right here is what I make and what's the best in my opinion. So give me your guys' top 5.
All right, definitely mac and cheese. There's got to be a ton of it. Mashed potatoes and butter all up on it, salt and pepper. Nom, nom, nom. And then I like turkey, but I'm more of a ham guy on Thanksgiving. And then I'm going right when everybody's done with turkey. I'm going to go cut that motherfucker up, and I'm taking a bag for myself because I love turkey sandwiches. And I'm just going to fucking mash turkey sandwiches for like 3 days straight until I'm tired of them. And then I like pie. So like, if you know what I'm saying, I dig me a pie. You know what I'm saying?
You eat the crust. I heard you eat the crust.
No, that's the P we were talking about earlier, man. That's the P we were talking about earlier.
So like,
hey, I heard Matt eats the crust too.
You're fucking right. If you don't eat the crust, are we still talking about pie?
Yeah.
Pecan and fuck, man, I lost my train of thought. You started talking about crust, and I got all excited and shit. My tongue started. Yeah, look, pecan, key lime. I love key lime pie. Some people hate it, but I love it. And then, honestly, I think the best part of Thanksgiving is the breakfast. Like at my house, the breakfast of Thanksgiving is fucking incredible. So I'm going to drive up to Triple Creek. I grew up on like a 90-acre compound up in North Boulder that we built with our own hands when we like moved onto the property. And now it's Triple Creek compound. That place is fucking incredible. And I love going there with my family, and I'm driving up there right after this. And tomorrow morning, I like can't wait to wake up because I know I'm going to wake up and there's going to be sausage and bacon and eggs and fucking grits, son. All these fucking white people in Colorado don't even know what a grit is.
Who's making it though? Who's making all this?
My mother, my girl, and like
so you ain't doing it.
Why the fuck would I do it?
Damn, you're lucky, dog.
Big Mac gonna be in the living room like a kid on Christmas, waiting for his plate to get made.
I'm not lucky. I got quality women around me, dog. And
JB, hold on, time out, JB. This is a prime example of what I've been trying to tell you all fucking year long. That there's benefits in having some great women around you. Come back, JB. I've been trying to tell him, man, it's okay.
I picked quality women and he left.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's okay to find a strong woman. You know, she ain't got to give you head all the time. She can be there to just comfort you and help you cook and make your plate. It feels like my love language is my wife bringing me my plate. I love that shit.
And she probably ain't going to use teeth.
Because she cares for you. She doesn't
want to fuck you up.
By the way, I would love to find like a dime piece with dentures. I take them out. I take the motherfuckers out. Take them out. Hey, girl, take them motherfuckers out. And I'm telling you right now, if I could find a dime
4-foot flat head, no teeth.
If I could find a dime with no dentures, fuck, I'm taking it all day. Dime with dentures.
Ball over here. Bring them ball here, JB.
All day. Dime with dentures.
Hey, let me ask you this real quick.
You gotta get out of here or not. We're gonna do the show. You can sit here.
I gotta ask a question for the white folks. What time do y'all start Thanksgiving?
3 or 4.
Okay.
When you started?
We'll probably sit down to eat at like 3, I guess.
So I don't know how so in black households, it might be the same. I don't know. We start cooking like today.
Oh, yeah. No,
okay, cool. I didn't know. Okay,
there's like turkeys in the oven and shit right fucking now.
Like right now.
Yeah, we don't start tomorrow, dog. There's prep work going on and shit.
See, I don't do the traditional turkey shit.
Yeah, that's because it's just you, dog. You're gonna fucking order your goddamn Thanksgiving meal from fucking Popeyes.
You crazy as hell. I'm cooking.
They got turkeys. I saw that Popeye's got turkey.
They probably good as fuck too.
Hey, you got me fucked up. I cook more than anybody you know on Thanksgiving. By the way, Steve Kim, a couple of homies will be here. They'll show you. You'll see what I cook. I do it the day up.
He really enjoys cooking for real.
Hey, Smitty, I do it the day up. I'm deep frying a turkey. You don't need to do that tonight. And I'm fucking smoking a turkey. You don't got to do that today. So all that shit's going to happen tomorrow. But guess what I do agree with Matt on? I get up in the morning and I make me some country homemade biscuits and gravy. Sausage biscuits and gravy. Sausage biscuits and gravy. Sausage biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah, fucking that grape jelly. Just pour it on there, and you're just like, oh my god! You just mix it all up.
Over easy eggs.
Hey, so I like a drippy egg.
Me too.
I like it. I just
like
do. I can't help it. And everyone knows why, you nasty motherfucker.
And you rub it in that. You rub it in that gravy and biscuit.
Rub it in my beard. Oh, I'm sorry, in the gravy.
In the back end.
Hey, D Jones, my gravy's kind of brownish because it got the sausage. So your stereotype white gravy's not right. Let me ask you this:
white gravy.
Hey, D Jones.
What you mean, tomato sauce?
Why is the cue ball white and the 8 ball black?
Why is that, JB?
I'm just because this show, Smitty will tell you, it's super racist.
Why is everything negative gotta be black?
SSS.
Black
racist.
Ice. That's negative.
Racist.
Black
So,
hey,
Nat, are you gonna stick around the show or are you leaving?
No, man. I've been here since 7. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta go.
Welcome to my life, man. We do a 3-hour fucking show Monday through Friday. 3 hours. I wake up and do 3 hours.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I'll definitely be texting y'all over the weekend. And go Buffs, beat Utah. Weddle, we should put beards up when both of us are good. Ooh. I can't bet my beard now, but next year, they're both in the Big 12. So if they're both good, I bet you my beard.
You shouldn't even say nothing because now I want to see it. Now I wish that you guys would make a bet right now. I'm pissed off.
Oh, bro. The last time I didn't have a beard, I lost a bet, and I had to go to a strip club with a mustache and sweatpants and no underwear.
Great
sweatpants. Who you got?
With no undies. I thought it was going to be terrible. It was awesome.
I was about to say, it's probably a good problem to have.
Hey, before you guys get out of here, tomorrow's games. There's 3 games tomorrow, by the way. Packers, Lions. Who you got?
Lions, for sure.
Commanders, Cowboys. Who you got?
Cowboys.
Niners, Seahawks.
Ooh, that's a good
Seahawks is trash.
Where is it? Seattle?
Seattle.
Seattle. I'll take the Seahawks in Seattle.
Niners.
And then Friday, the first Black Friday game on Amazon, which is dumbest shit ever. Dolphins, Jets?
Dolphins.
All right, Matt. Enjoy the burgers, tacos, turkey, runny egg, pie, Taco Bell, whatever it is you have. Enjoy it. We'll see you next week.
Hey, today was a good day. Deuces.
Peace. Hey, JB, I ain't get my top 5 Thanksgiving list. Y'all so racist. All the white people, y'all listen to y'all food and didn't give me a chance.
We don't even care.
It's all good. We can move on there. But listen, man, the macaroni and cheese got me number 1.
Top 5 thankful thing. We're gonna get into your food. We could get into all this at the end. I was gonna get to this at the end anyway. So
you should have brought it up then. You should have brought it up then, JB.
See, that's different. Black folks right there. You can't bring up something and then not finish it. Black folks are there to hold you to the car. White folks are, all right, we'll get to it later.
That's my biggest pet peeve, JB. Like, my wife like, hey, baby. I'm like, what? Never mind. I'm like, no, fuck that. You know, he said it. What we talking about?
I hate that too, though. I hate that too.
I hate that.
I hate that too. I do hate that.
It'll be 30 minutes. I'm like, no, what was you about to say? Like,
put your top 5 in the private chat, and he'll make you one right now while we move on.
Bailey a bad boy. Hey, Bailey a bad boy. He might be. We gotta pay Bailey a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I already paid. I paid him more than I pay you.
I know. But I'm grateful. I'm black, so I get it. Bailey black. Your brother too, though. I'm glad my brother doing this thing. You know,
Bailey not black. Bailey's
He
from
is black.
Seattle. He's from the Northwest.
Can we please bring Bailey on at the end of the show for like 2 seconds so everybody can see? Bailey's like a mystery. No one knows like what he looks like. They don't know what he.
That's good.
I know, Bailey. I know you're mixed, but I'm saying in like
white
in the hood.
He white.
Like you're black. Like
everybody that got freckles, light skin with a little nappy hair is black. To any brother,
white boy, if you got black, we're the dominant race. So if you ever
heard of a brother named Bailey? Let's keep it 100. I never heard no brother named Bailey. I had a last name Bailey, Toby Bailey. I never heard a first name brother named Bailey. Let's keep it real.
Okay, maybe the white side named him.
I won.
Maybe no. Maybe the white side of the family named him, but he's still black. I'm saying if shit hit the fan, and the world, America went back to the old days, Bailey gonna be outside with me, is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, he not. He with me, protected.
Shit. Bailey, you outside. Trust me.
Hey, Big Smitty said we're the most dominant race. Racist as fuck. By the way, I got my daughter mix. She's white as hell. My daughter white as fuck. By the way, dominant gene is white and black, just so we're clear. We both have the dominant gene. Mexicans, they don't have dominant gene.
Yeah.
So white and black have a dominant gene. Mexicans don't have it. Sorry. MPS.
You know, when you put black in anything, it just kind of takes over. The color black just makes it
white too. It's crazy.
White change the game.
Yeah.
But black is more dominant. But I hear you.
Maybe said a hell of a debate. All right, let's move on real quick. We'll get to a few topics before we take a piss break and get some coffee, and we'll come back to finish. But we got a lot to discuss real quick. Let's do 7 minutes before we take a piss break. Pound the like button. I hear we got 800 people. We don't got no likes.
0 likes?
0 likes.
Oh, y'all clowning today.
Can we pound the like?
Come
hey,
on,
only colors I know, though. I think if you mix blue and green, or what is it? No. Red and yellow? What gives you green?
I think it's blue and something, right?
Yeah, whatever that means.
And the blue and yellow?
Green, whatever color comes out green, like money, is all I give a fuck about. So if that's black and white or that's yellow and blue, I don't give a fuck. It comes out green. That's all I care about. All-Pro Shaq Leonard released from the Colts. Some say it's shocking, Smitty. Yet he still hands out turkeys in Indy. Class act, or does he have a new home? Does he need a new place to go? And he has a bad rap. Which one is it?
I mean,
does that make sense, Smitty? Does that make sense what I said, though?
It makes sense a little bit.
So do you think this is a PR stunt to get a new team because he has a negative connotation about his character? No. Or is this who he is?
This is who he is. Shaq Leonard has been doing this for a couple years. He's always been a good-spirited guy. All his teammates loved him. If you saw yesterday, a good amount of his teammates shout him out on Instagram, putting throwback pictures, talking about how much he meant to him as a leader. The guy was a 3-time All-Pro. Like he was on track to be like, I know it sounds crazy, but like put like a Hall of Fame track, just a track. The way he started his career off. Had a really bad back injury last year, pretty much missed all of last season. And then this year, they kind of brought him back slow. You know, he wasn't starting some games. And when he did play, it would be like 30 plays here, 20-some plays there. Obviously, a couple weeks ago, he came out, made comments about he wants to play. He don't know what's going on. I wouldn't have went that route, but he probably, again, just emotional and being honest, talk to the media. And he had asked for a November meeting with, like, the higher-ups. So I guess they came to him yesterday. It was like, okay, you know, let's come in for that November meeting. And then obviously it went the way that he didn't know. He was completely shocked. I know he was about to get released. And for me as a Colts fan, it's kind of got mixed feelings because on one end, like I love Shaq Leonard, his energy, his leadership. At one point, he was one of the top middle linebackers in the league, him and Fred Warner. But if I'm being honest, this year, seeing him on the field, he's not the same. Now, one argument could be that, well, he's only getting 30 reps a game or 20-some reps a game, and you need reps to kind of get back in your groove. True, that's fair. That could be it. But I'm just watching the tape, And when I watch the tape, he's not our best linebacker anymore. It's Zaire Franklin. I've been saying his name all year long, man. Last time I checked, he was leading the NFL in total tackles. I haven't looked in the last couple of days, so he may not anymore. But if he's not leading, he's definitely top 3, top 5. Zaire Franklin is the leader on our team now on defense. And EJ Speed is a guy who's been doing a hell of a job at guarding those inside, those tight ends, those slot guys. And those are kind of our 2 best linebackers right now. So as much as I love Shaq Leonard and what he's done for the community and for the team, he's just not that guy, at least right now, a year after the injury. Could he bounce back potentially? And if he gets the right opportunity? Sure, but he had like nerve damage, JB. And you know how nerve damage, like in that situation, that's kind of, you never really become the same. So I do wish they would have waited to end the season just for how it looks. Because when you let a guy go in the middle of the season, it kind of tells other teams like, this guy's no good. He's cooked. He's washed. And, you know, I still wish the best for him. So I know it's business, though. And when you release him, plays a role in how much you got to pay him and dead cap and all that stuff like that. So I get it. It sucks. But if I'm being honest, he's not. He didn't look the same this year.
Yeah. This whole turkey conversation is a debate going on in the chat. They said white people never hand out turkeys. The brother said only black folks hand out turkeys. I don't know. I know a lot of white folks that hand out turkeys to brothers and get cussed out.
Well, I saw Russell Westbrook hand out turkeys. I see Shaq Leonard. I know Marshawn Lynch does it every single year. I haven't seen no other hand out turkey.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't do it. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah. There's a cool part about it, though. Like, fuck handing out a turkey.
Okay.
Why would I hand out a turkey and get cussed out? I went and got the turkey. I handed the judge turkey. You know what I do? I make plates every Thanksgiving. I don't film it either. I don't put it on social media, by the way, because I'm by myself. So I don't film myself handing out because I don't really give a fuck. I don't need to.
I mean, it didn't happen. If you didn't film it, it didn't happen. So
yeah, exactly. So I don't really need to show or prove to anyone anything. But I make a whole fucking plate, though. And then I'll go take a whole plate up the street here to all the homeless right here on the corner. And guess what? I don't need to film it. The eye in the sky don't lie. I'm just telling you. Hey, I'd be damned if a motherfucker rolls up in a Lexus, big body, and needs a turkey from me. Get the fuck out of here. I'll throw that turkey straight through your motherfucking window.
Butterball.
By the way, I say fucking twice. I like the word fucking.
How many cuss words y'all think JB averages per show? Like, you have to guess, y'all.
I've been way better though since you came on.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm a totally different night and day. But
so JB back in February was a different beast.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go back and watch one of your old shows and compare and contrast.
Oh, you'll be like, oh fuck, we're never gonna get a sponsor. I mean, fuck, we're struggling now. We got, you know what I mean? Because I already got I got such a negative connotation. We got to break a whole cycle of shit. So Big Smitty's a trooper for being with me to break the cycle.
We gotta. If you ever seen Men in Black, we gotta get that little tool out that makes you like forget your memory and shit. You know what I'm saying? Of all the people that got a certain belief of JB and all this and that, we got to make them forget the memory. You know what I mean? Coach, where should I start? The Quavius Pine Mister. Is he black or white, JB? Like, what's your guess? I'm going
to tell you how to get in the coaching profession. Change your motherfucking name. Change your motherfucking name right fucking now. That is going to be number one. Change your fucking name. Number two, let's abbreviate this motherfucker real quick right now. DP. From the hood, Big Smitty from the hood. We're going to change this real quick. Let's call you
DP or DQ, right?
I say DP, but that stands for double penetration. Let's go DQP.
DQP. That's too long. Can we go to DQ?
I might just go, hey, Coach D. Because that name is, you got to change that. There's just no way. There's no way. Because
Coach Quay.
Because I can't interview you. Because there's no way I'm calling you your first name, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce your last name. So you're fucked.
Everybody said just call him Dak.
Yeah, but Dak Prescott, so I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Doc. Doc? I don't know.
He got 7 syllables in his The Quavy is Prime Minister. You remember you was in school elementary? They make you clap for the syllables.
God damn application! I lit that bitch on fire. The application. Flip. Hey, your name fucked you. Your mom and daddy fucked you in the coaching profession before you even had a shot. The Quavius, Prime Minister, Lester.
Jamie, right. Is Darnell Smith black or white, or is it neutral?
Oh, it's black all day. Yeah, Smith, black.
Smith is white though. That's slavery.
All right, so it's a number one. Well, guess what? We have the last two. We have the most common last names in the world.
Brown and Smith. Yep. That should be the name of the show. Smith and Brown.
You know the most Muhammad is the number one name. It's crazy, huh?
What? So Muhammad?
Muhammad's the number one name in the world, yeah.
Because of Ali, people love Ali.
Nah, it's nothing to do with that. It's just a lot of them motherfuckers over there. All right.
You got the most common name though. Your name is Jason fucking Brown.
Hey, did you see? I'm telling you right now, dog. These motherfuckers watch our show. I don't know why it hasn't just blown up and through the roof yet, but these motherfuckers watch our show. What's his name? What's the 2 rappers' names?
Cameron and Mace.
They watch the show. I guarantee you. They had Joe Smith. They had Joe Smith's girl come on and fucking massage the motherfucker.
On the show, live on the show, giving a massage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
They did, homie. And then they was on another show. Yeah, they had a show. Hey, Bailey, see if you can find that for later on in the show. They had her come on, dog, and massage him. Whole boy took his shirt off.
Oh man. Joe has to be in on it. Otherwise, it's disrespect. It's so
no way it got to be a game. It's got to be a game or something.
Joe has to know. Joe is pulling the what's his name? Adam 29. Adam 29 and what's her name? Layla with the pen. He's pulling one of those right now.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Ain't no way.
Yeah,
that was my wife. I'm in that studio.
That shit is crazy.
What we got next, man? What's going on? What we got next, JB?
I'm just hearing this crazy shit, but it's just I know.
You over there looking at you looking at the ass? You over there zoning?
Nah, it's stupid shit. I'll tell you later. Here, let's get into this lawsuit. The owner, James Dolan of the Knicks, has basically resigned from all board posts that he currently is on for the New York Knicks. Obviously, he's the owner, CEO, COO. He has all kinds of shit cracking. You know, nobody likes the motherfucker. Like nobody. Charles Oakley. He don't let Oakley in the place. He don't let fucking
Mark Jackson just happened recently.
Spike Lee. It just goes on and on with this dude. I don't understand what's happening with him, but he's the guy. He's the old owner of the Washington Commanders. This guy, and like you can't figure it out. Can't get out of your own way. Can't figure it out. I don't get it. Like, just go away then. Go away. Your former players don't like you. Your former GMs, your management, Phil Jackson, like, just go away.
When everybody doesn't like you, it's like, all right, bro, what's the common denominator? Don't nobody like you. Your mama don't like you, your cousin, your friends, don't nobody like you. To me, he comes off as the guy who was a cornball his whole life in school. You know, he was never like cool, never really got girls like that. People were mean to him, the cool kids. So he locked in on the business side or whatever, and he learned how to be successful in business. Now he has all the power, and he uses it in a negative way where he treats the people who made his team what they are like shit. How you going to treat Oakley and Mark Jackson and Spike Lee, like New York Knicks, Madison Square Garden legends and stables? The reason that people came out there to watch y'all play and made the Knicks who the Knicks were some of these cats who you're treating like shit. It makes no sense. He needs to just step down, sell the team, do something. He's the reason why the Knicks have not been back to the Knicks of the 90s, and they will never be back with him leading the way.
Yeah, I agree. They're trash. Michigan State athletic director said that he eyed trying to fire Mel Tucker in the preseason before the season even started. There's a lot of deeper things going on here. I know Mel's involved in this lawsuit. I hope he gets something out of it because I know the female that's involved is absolute just devil. I just truly know it and believe it, and I've had my interactions with her. If I never met her, I wouldn't say it. I met her. I have firsthand interaction. I know you guys have seen tweets of her about me. There's an issue. She has an issue with men, period. She only speaks to men, period. And she doesn't talk to females at all. I find that to be a problem. Mel Tucker is just the latest victim. By the way, this is the fourth victim in her life that she's accused of doing something wrong. When is it we're going to look at her and say, okay, nothing's ever came to fruition. There's never been proof of anyone doing anything to this woman, and yet she's still the one that we feel bad for. Like, I'm trying to figure out when are we going to start calling it out like what it is. So anyway, the AD seems to have had an issue before, wanted him out of there, and it's starting to smell like we need to get this salary money back more than anything else. And that's the issue. It sucks. Now Michigan State's still looking for a coach, still haven't hired one, which tells me that there's something going on. And they're still waiting on either a big name Urban Meyer or somebody that's playing. But you can't wait too much longer, Smitty. This is recruiting season. They're having to find and get signees right now. There's 2 periods. The first one's coming up in December. You have to have a coach in place or you are really fucked. Imagine Michigan State don't have a coach for first day signing. So they got to figure something out at Michigan State right now, and the only guy I can think can save that is Urban Meyer. So anyway, I don't know what you think about it, but
I mean, like you said, it sounds like they're trying to just build up a case as much as they can that, you know, he's a bad character guy and that there were signs of them wanting to let him go before. Like you said, just because right now he's trying to get his salary, he's trying to get as much money as he possibly can, and they want to keep all the money to themselves. So when you're going through this, it's going to be a lot of just dirt trying to be pulled up on both sides, trying to make both sides look bad. And that's what it seems like they're in the process of doing. And man, I just hope I just hope the righteous thing and what's right comes out of this. You know what I mean? Like whoever's wrong, I pray that they get what's coming for them. Whoever's right, they get what they deserve. You know, I just say if she's lying on this man's name, she needs to be punished, and he should not lose his career over this. If he's wrong and he's done some things, then he needs to be punished. I don't have a side in it. I don't know neither one of them. So I just want whatever's right to be done. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree. The Saints, Michael Thomas lands on IR with a knee injury. It's funny or ironic. I want to get your take. Is it a true injury? I wish Dr. Jesse Morse was on right now. Is it a true injury or is it something that's covering up for the latest legalities he's gone through? He threw a brick through a construction trucker worker near his house. He's got legal trouble there. We saw him banging on a cat in the locker room earlier this year. Seems like some shit's just following him. He's from LA. He's from the Valley here. I'm trying to figure out, is he all in with the Saints team or is he truly injured? Where are you at with Michael Thomas? I thought he was one of the top 5 receivers in his peak for a while there. He's been injury prone for a while. So I'm leaning that he's injured. I don't think they would put him off the injury list if he's just bullshitting. But he also is dealing with a plea currently about throwing a brick at a construction worker.
When it rains, it pours, JB. And I do believe in energy. And I do believe that when you're just not locked in on what you're supposed to be locked in on, and when you're moving funny, things just happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just believe that for whatever reason, like you said, he gang banging in the locker room, trying to fight big homie, and then he's throwing a brick at him. He's going, I don't know what it is mentally. I'm not saying mental health. I'm just saying like he's just as a man, he ain't happy. Something is up where he's just not, you know, acting right. He ain't performing at the level he used to perform at pre-injuries. And I do think the injury's probably real because, like you said, he's been injury prone every single year. He's just been hurt. He's barely played the last 2 or 3 seasons, so it's probably real. But I think when it rains, it pours, man, and you get in trouble off the field, clowning in the hallway of the locker room, and then you're not playing that well, and then you get hurt. You said this earlier during your quote of the day, or contrary to belief. You know, sometimes when things are going wrong, it don't always get better. Sometimes it's gonna get harder. It's gonna get harder, and I think right now that's what's going on with him, and maybe he's not handling it the right way, which is why it keeps on pouring. So unfortunate, because he was so good at his peak, but I don't think we'll ever see that same Michael Thomas ever again.
Yeah. Heisman hopefuls. The Heisman hopefuls discussion, our favorite Heisman candidates. We got 4 minutes to discuss this, which we probably need an hour, but Jalen Daniels is in the top rushing leaders in the country. People need to understand the stats this dude is putting up on a 3-loss LSU team are really, really historic. Him and Johnny Manziel, I believe, are the first 2 ever to have 3,000 passing and 1,000 rushing in a season. He's up there with the guy who, and everyone we keep comparing him to, has one thing in common. They won the Heisman. So I don't know if he's going to get real consideration, but I'm going to be honest with you. I saw somebody's tweet yesterday from somewhere, and it said, if Jaden Daniels was at Oregon or Washington, he'd be a backup. So you can't even consider him seriously. That's not true. We don't know that, and you can't always say shit like that. By the way, they have all transferred. Every single one of these quarterbacks transferred. So they've transferred from one school to another, and they've all started at each one of their schools. So obviously he's good enough to be at 2 Power 5 universities and be the guy. So using that rhetoric is asinine. And he is doing what he's doing at LSU in the SEC.
Yep.
And if you don't use that and give that guy some sort of fucking credit for what he's doing in the SEC, you're crazy. By the way, people don't want to talk about it. He had 160 yards rushing at Alabama, and he threw for like 260 at Alabama. They were just getting ragged through. And he still had numbers versus Alabama.
But that's the problem, though, unfortunately, JB. We know that they're going to look at that win-loss record. They're going to look at what did you do against the big teams, not just from a stat standpoint, but from a win or loss standpoint. When Johnny Manziel won the Heisman, I believe they beat Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. And Johnny Manziel balled the fuck out in that particular game. I think they went 11-2. I think it was 2013, the year that Manziel had won the Heisman. So, you know, this one more loss here on the LSU side. So the losses in totality isn't that big of a deal. But they always ask you, what is your Heisman moment? And I'm just trying to think, like, this season, what has been Jaden Daniels' Heisman
He just had 8
moment?
touchdowns, bro.
Yeah.
He had 8 touchdowns last week. He had 8 touchdowns last week.
Against who?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's my point.
It don't matter. It don't matter, though. You had the same argument for Dylan Gabriel the week before.
No. It's 8 touchdowns is crazy. Trust me, as a player, I'm not disrespecting. I'm just saying the Heisman committee, the people who vote for Heisman, they're not going to consider it a Heisman moment.
I'm not buying it.
4 touchdowns against Alabama with a win is bigger than 8 touchdowns against a fucking whoever they played.
Yeah, but I'm not buying it. Here's the issue I have. Lamar Jackson won it at 8-4. So what's the excuse? He won the Heisman at 8-4. So is LSU's defense Jaden Daniels' issue? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Is it the best player or the best team award? Because they got team awards. They're called national championship trophies. This ain't a national championship team award. This is the best player on the football field. There's no way that he is absolutely, positively, he should be in at least New York.
Oh, yeah. It's not even an argument. But they're going to give it to Michael Penix Jr. I'm going to be real with you. His numbers are crazy as well. They're undefeated, especially they end up winning the Pac-12 and they make the playoffs, because they're going to look at your numbers, your big-time wins, because that would mean they would have beat Oregon twice, who is serious. You know what I'm saying? You still got that SC win. You know, that's still a good win on your schedule. Then you make the playoffs. Like, they're going to put all that into consideration, and that's why I got Michael Penix as the front runner. But being in New York, oh, hell yeah. Jaden, he better be in New York.
I mean, this is the thing, though. Like, the dude literally ran through Florida the week before like they were Georgia State.
But you said Florida was shitty. You said that.
But here's the thing, though. Are we going to now use all these teams as being shitty? They're still in the SEC. We can't say the SEC is here. Trent Richardson says you can't come here and beat us and then say, well, Florida's shitty. Nah, which one is it? That's the team he had to play. That's this conference. They're the SEC. The national championship runs through the SEC every year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if Jaden Daniels is ripping the SEC, I don't care if the team's down or not. They're in the SEC. That's the team he's got to play. We don't say that shit about the shitty ass teams that we had to play at the end of like Arizona State. Oh, well, he ripped Arizona State. No, Penix actually struggled versus Arizona State. He didn't even throw 200 yards against Arizona State. So I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, let's be real here. I'm not a Jaden Daniels guy, even though my buddy Ports coached him here at Cajon. The thing is, I'm saying, let's be honest here and let's keep it real. Lamar won with 4 losses. This dude deserves to at least have a shot at it for what he's done on the football field against the opponents he's had it against. So,
good point. That's a good point.
Deion Sanders says the team is playing for pride versus Utah in the last game of the season this weekend. Smitty, if you've heard it or not.
That's all they got.
It's Utah.
You got to play to win. You got to play to the best of your ability. You got to play because this is what you chose. This is the life you chose. Nobody's forcing you to go out there to play. Like you got to want this. You may not have the same amount of hand claps that you had at the beginning. You may not have the same amount of noise and the same amount of fans or the same amount of passion, but you got to figure this thing out.
Where you at with that? And good point. Tebow also won it with 3 losses. So in the SEC, I think the SEC is going to get some weight when it comes to this Heisman thing, but we'll see.
That was the old SEC though. That was like was the SEC when Tebow was there. So it's a little different.
I know. Now Auburn's losing to New Mexico. All right, so where you at? Where you at again? Oh, because college football's watered down. I don't give a fuck about what.
No, because Pac-12 is just the conference switch. But anyway, I agree with everything Coach Prime just said. I mean, what else is he supposed to say? There's no bowl game this year. Ain't no playoffs. There's nothing else to play for other than the fact that you love football. And that should be your foundation. So this last game is actually going to tell me a lot about the people in that locker room. Not about if they win or lose, because they're going to lose. It's Utah. But how are y'all going to fight? Are they going to lay down like I did last week? Or are y'all going to at least come out swinging and hustling to the ball and diving and like just like the little things that as football people we can watch the game, but you know what? They lost by 2 touchdowns, but they were competing their ass off, and that's all I want to see, man. Like, have some pride about yourself, have some pride about your team, and you think you got an NFL chance if you're a guy on that roster, you think you can play the next level, whatever, or if you've been a backup all year long and you want to start next year, go out there and leave it on the film, leave it on the tape, leave coaches something to look at during the offseason. Be like, you know what? This cat got something. We got something with him going into next year. So I think he's right. You're playing for pride and playing because you love the game.
Yeah. Next on the docket, man, Matt Canada was fired yesterday by Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin came out with a video and said why, and it didn't take it lightly, and we know he's a loyal guy. But there's a video of Chris Boswell, and we don't know if it's a year ago or earlier this year, but Chris Boswell came out basically and saying, we didn't win because of you. And I thought it was
was that the kicker?
Yeah.
That's a bold move, ain't it? I mean,
first of all, you're a kicker. Let's be honest.
Kicker ain't never got kicker gonna be like this.
Yeah, you're a fucking kicker. Number 1. Number 2, it's interesting, man, because this kicker don't have a clue about what Matt Canada has to go through about dealing with all those personalities, dealing with all the shit that Chris Boswell will go back to Colorado or wherever he's from. He'll be an accountant. And he'll fucking sit there with his 6 kids and fucking his wife. And he'll sit there in a fucking white picket fence somewhere in Connecticut or Colorado. That's where that kicker's from. You know damn well.
Let's see.
By the way, they weren't winning games because of you either, Chris Boswell. So I just find it a little slap in the face from a fucking kicker who's the least important motherfucker out there.
He's from Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth, Texas. So he'll be back in Texas, fucking shit kickers. He'll be over there, fucking dip, smoking a turkey, got fucking shooting shit, hunting. He's got the shotgun in the back of his truck window.
Yeah.
You know that fucking guy?
Yeah.
That's this guy.
Hey.
Matt Canada, hopefully he lands on his feet. I don't think he's a very good coordinator, but it is what it is. Bryce James. I got a text from a buddy of mine who's very in this world here in California high school basketball. Mater Dei is a national powerhouse in basketball. Sierra Canyon's really good too. That's where obviously Dwayne Wade, LeBron's other sons were at. This kid right here, I don't know, is he good?
Yeah, it's early, kinda. It's not super early. I think he's a junior now, but based upon his size and a few things that I've seen, I think he might actually end up being the better son if he's all the way locked in here. He actually has like closer to his dad's size, than the other son does, Bronny. This guy's like legit. He's taller than Bronny. He's bigger.
He wears those glasses.
I think he does wear those glasses. Does he have contacts? I ain't seen him recently, but I know he did.
If he's so good, why is he transferring back and forth?
I have no idea. I really don't. But like you said, Sierra Kane is also a really good ass school with hella players. So like, it's not like he's transferring to some shitty school where there's no competition there. He's going to a school where they got a lot of guys. I just know he was there first. So maybe he was like, man, I kind of do want to be back with my guys. He was a Sierra King in middle school. Like, he probably want to be with the same guys that he was with. Who knows? I don't think.
So why leave then in the first place?
I don't know. Transfer portal error. You know what I'm saying? But I highly doubt because he can't compete, he can't play, he can't. Because let's be real, even from a politics standpoint, even if we thought he couldn't play that good, that's LeBron's son. He gonna play wherever he's at. Let's just keep it all the way 1,000.
I don't know what he was doing in my day. I heard he wasn't doing too much.
I mean, you got more insight than me.
Maybe hard to get out Santa Ana, dog, for LeBron. To be honest with you, I'm playing devil's advocate. It might be hard to get to Santa Ana from LeBron, where they stay in Hollywood or wherever they stay at. To get out to Santa Ana to see those games, I don't know if but LeBron got helicopter access. I mean, he could do whatever, right? I don't know. I don't know. He looked like a nerdy motherfucker with those glasses on. But
Kareem were the James Worthy. Come on, now.
That's Kareem. That was Kareem.
James Worthy.
Pump your brakes. That was James Worthy. That was James Worthy.
Yeah, we're saying that now, motherfucker. But we ain't. I mean, would you at one point in life, James Worthy wasn't James Worthy. He was little James when he was 16 years old.
Hey, baby, let's swap that. I forgot to switch it. Things we're thankful for, we'll end the show with. Let's go to a trivia question and then take a break. And when we come back, we'll have a caller come in and we'll put the link out. We should have like 100 callers in here waiting to see whoever the first caller is. We'll bring you in. I'll give you a hoodie if you can tell me this is true or false. And I'm putting the link right here. The link is in the chat. Call in. First caller that gets it right, I'll give you a hoodie. And when we come back from commercial break. And I mean, I might show you. Nah, I won't show it to you, even though you can't Google it. You can Google all you want, but I know the truth of the matter. Of course, I know the truth of this. We'll wait. And call in. We should have some callers in here when we come back from a piss break. I gotta get some coffee. And we will be back in about 4 minutes. And I can't wait to show you the Cam and Mace with the massage therapist, Joe Smith's ex-girl. That's some black people shit. We're going to break that down. And we got some white people shit maybe too. But we still got a lot to talk about for the next 30 minutes. We'll be quick. I'll be back. I'll be back first because I'm white. I'll be back first. Smitty's going to go get, Chick-fil-A, all this shit. He'll come back eating and shit. Just disrespect the show. Yep. But I carry the show, so it is what it is. Smitty still got half-ass backdrop, Nike, etc.
My shit fire down there. All I need is
We're going wireless next week. I'm going wireless, dog. I'm going to be up walking around, standing up. I'm going to be at the board, film, chalk talk, wireless mic. I might go outside.
I'm moving around right now with the mic. I'm moving around right now.
Hey, I go outside and shoot some hoop.
I'm wireless right now with it. I'm moving like this with it. What that mean?
Thomas Lester, let's see you. Well, you don't have a profile picture. I can't even talk to you. He said he'd rather have dude's hairbrushed in a hoodie. Well, nobody asked you because you're not gonna win the fucking award anyway. Like, what do you have? You're not relevant to anyone. No one. You live in your mama's basement. Hey, Mill Best 77's already here. So I gotta take a piss though. We'll be back, Mill Best. Mill Best, you scaring me by the top of your head. You better not be a fucking terrorist. Be back. Who are you putting in the playoffs if this scenario comes out like this? Because in all fairness, Louisville still can have a good shot at beating Florida State, I think, in the final for the ACC. Both those teams could have one loss. And you're going to have a lot of fucking one-loss teams possibly. Who's going to get in? I think the Pac-12 gets screwed just because of the West Coast bias, especially when they play the times the East Coast voters don't get to see. And then, as you always argue, the SEC's defense is probably going to be, in my opinion, going to travel a little better than Washington's defense, which is not very good. Who, in fairness, who gets in the playoffs this year?
And not being biased right now, I had to say the SEC, and I say that because the Pac-12 they're gonna get fucked. But we done seen the Washingtons, we done seen those guys go down there and get blowed out from an SEC team.
Not this year, though, T-Reese. We're talking about this year.
I know, but it's always not this year. Yeah, well, it's always not this year. This ain't how it's been. I'm talking about in a playoff run, they always getting swiped. Like, from an SEC team, and it'd be like, well, if Alabama was in or LSU was in, it wouldn't have happened like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I get both sides of it. It's kind of tough to be like, man, SEC deserves it, but it's kind of tough to say they don't. You know what I'm saying? But when that 12, when I say when they go to 12 teams in that playoffs, it might be 4 teams in the SEC in the playoffs every year. I don't see Bama or Georgia missing it at all.
Ever. Yeah,
I'm talking about two losses. They're not going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah. That's true.
Thing is totally, all of it's easy to me. I make millions of dollars. I'm not the one crying like some bitches like all these other motherfuckers.
That's why I don't know how you even arguing right now. I'm surprised I am shocked right now that JB's on the other side.
Because you all act like being locked down is normal life. It's a completely different scenario. There was no way you can tell me that was an easier scenario and an easier championship. We're in the middle of a pandemic, A. You had how many of those players had family members die during this time? B, couldn't be around them. C, and you had to stick there and stick it out. Cats were so mentally soft, they left. Cats were leaving, remember? And as soon as the team got knocked out, they were gone. And Dame left before fucking the team even lost. So I'm trying to figure out how it was so easy of a championship. That's the argument I have, because that's the argument. It was the easiest championship of all time. It should have an asterisk. Well, then the 99 Spurs should have an asterisk too on the fucking shortened season. Yep. But no, nobody wants to talk about that.
That's a hell of a point. We never bring that up.
At least these motherfuckers went through it, got it done. Like I've seen video that I don't know how many. I'm not gonna say normal people, but most of the world hasn't seen, because remember, just so everyone knows, when they won the bubble, you know whose cigar they sucked on and whose fucking whiskey they drank? Mine. Slapdick. Fact. Fact. That was fact. Smitty trying to pop in real quick. You muted, dog. You muted. Smitty always got something cracking, man. What you doing?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my fault. I think when I put my mic up earlier, it unplugged for a second.
All right, let's go. Mill Best. We're bringing you in, Mill Best. Here we go, Mill Best. What up, Mill Best?
Hello.
What up?
Here's real quick. We got this question right here. All right. I'm gonna bring you guys in. Hold on, I'm gonna bring you all in real quick. Let me see. Can I bring you all in? Max, Robert, Tony. What up? Hey,
yeah, work with it.
I'm JB. What up, Smitty?
What up?
Shout out,
hey,
Toast.
right
Yo.
Bill Mickelson. He said he spent his whole last year's salary on a 3-leg parlay for Thanksgiving. True or false?
True.
False.
I think it's true.
It is true.
He got too much money, bro.
Bill Bass. Thank you, Bill Bass. You lost, Bill Bass. Max, you lost, Bill Bass. Max, you lost. Hey, Smitty, you lost too. Hey, Robert and Tony, you guys win the winner chicken dinner. Email the coachjbshow@gmail.com and send me your address. We'll send you some hoodies.
Oh yeah, and I'm thankful for y'all, man. Appreciate you guys. That's what's up. Every day once I'm in it, baby. Let's go.
Appreciate y'all, man. Far East Side in the building.
Big fan, like I said, watch every day.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks you, my guy, man. Appreciate you. Hard-working people. Thanks, man.
Hell yeah.
The Ravens going to the Super Bowl this year. You got the right shirt on.
Hey, Sean, what up? Sean Waffles in the building. Sean, what's up? Hey,
What's
up,
fellas? You eat pancakes, I can't mess with you. What's going on?
Hey, my buddy did that. He works with the Live Golf. He did that fucking around. So I sent it to Pat.
Shit.
Pat was like, hell no, that shit ain't true. And I think Sean disappeared. I was like, hell yeah, that shit ain't true. Our Pat was like, hell no, Phil ain't spending that money on that shit. I wish he would though, but he made that for clicks and likes. It's fake. He did not spend his year's salary on a fucking 3-game parlay. Lane Kiffin facing the cancel culture vultures. We talked about it, Smitty, with Matt already. We already had a discussion. We can move on past that Lane Kiffin part of it. Let's get to the NFL hip tackle, which I've called out for some months here. The NFL is expected to ban the hip drop tackle this offseason. The league has found it to occur approximately once per game. I've been telling y'all this has been an issue far worse than the horse collar, okay? I would say it's far worse than the actual concussion. We are seeing more lower extremity injuries from that tackle right there. I'm just telling you, man, when you grab below the waist and you pull down right there in that regard, then the issue you have is that leg right there, Pollard's leg right there. You can't continue to run, and it's worse than a horse collar. The bottom line is tackle him by both legs like we used to, cool. But you can't grab that jersey, Smitty, and that hip. It's just it should be banned. I'm telling you, no, I'm the one that definitely not against with the soft shit.
That's why
this is not a soft tackle
right now. I'm shocked.
It's not a soft tackle, though. It's a lazy tackle, and I contribute this to the rules. Like, this is from the rules have allowed this lazy tackling by the defenders to have caused more injury. And that's why I'm against it, period. It has nothing to do with the softness of it. It has to do with the rules allowing that tackle to occur because to fairness to the defender, as we asked Lonnie, they can't square up and hit you no more, dog. They can't square up and hit you in the mouth. They can't run their feet and run through you. They can't do any of that shit like Tom Brady just said. So how do you defend that from running and you get grabbed jersey hip? You're gonna you're gonna break your leg, dog. I'm just telling you right now. It's happening, Smitty. Okay, Smitty, you don't agree with it. What's your argument with it happening at all-time high then?
Listen, man, we're trying to make a dangerous sport safe. It's not possible. If you watch a lot of these
play dangerous like we used to.
If you watch the actual video of these plays, like it's easy to look at I see people in the chat agreeing. If you see people a picture of it, it's easy like, oh, that's dirty. Watch the video. These guys are chasing from behind and they're trying to catch up to the guy to make a tackle. It's not a square up. It's not like I'm face to face with JB and I'm squaring up and I'm letting them go past me and then I'm purposely like I've never heard of a hip drop tackle until a month or two ago. As a defensive player, there's not a such thing as a hip drop tackle. It's just a tackle. I'm chasing you, and the angle that I have is just so happen to be at your hip, and I'm just trying to get you down. Tackling is not always going to be clean. You're not always going to be square up, drop your hips, helmet to the side, face up. That's not how football works. It's too much bang, bang plays. I'm trying to get you down. So now what's going to happen is a player's going to be chasing down the offensive guy, and he's going to be like, damn, if I try to tackle him, he might fall down awkwardly. So let me just let him keep running and score a touchdown. What the fuck? It's like we're taking away everything from a defensive player to where it's going to end up being a point where we can't do nothing. We can't hit you high. We can't hit you low. Apparently, we can't hit you in your chest because we just saw Kareem Jackson get Smith before a game. Hit somebody in the chest. Can't hit you in the chest. We can't hip drop. What the hell can we do? Tag. And that's what's going to go. Two-hand touch or thud is what we're going to.
You're making my point. This is the reason I'm telling you. I'm the biggest proponent of the defenders. But you're making my point. This is the reason why. Because the rules have changed to this degree. Get rid of the rules and all these soft-ass fucking rules. And guess what? You won't have the hip tackle no more because that guy would be running and grabbing him by the leg. The other guy would hit his ass high and like we used to do in football. But you've heard of the horse collar tackle, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it had to be put in existence sometime. We didn't used to have them. When I played, there was no horse collar, homie. You could grab a motherfucker by the helmet. You could grab a cat by the helmet and fucking drag his neck down. They didn't care. There was no rules. But
that's common sense though. Like,
by the way, never had an injury.
You can move that from the game. It doesn't change. Like, that's not a critical thing. Oh, I can't grab his fucking face mask and pull him. No, like, okay, that's not how you was coached to tackle at all. This hip drop shit is literally just me pursuing the offensive player. I catch up to him. I'm not in position to square up because I'm literally behind him. So I wrap up and I bring him down, and he just started to fall that way. Like, I literally don't know how they're going to remove this from the game. I mean, you're going to make it a 30-yard penalty, I guess?
I don't either, but that's what we're creating, dog. It just is what it is.
It's your generation fault. It's your generation fault because it's your age group that's running the league. You guys are the ones making the rules. It's your age group fault.
Stop it.
And everyone's calling my guys soft because we're
your pussy generation has complained about so often that we've had to accommodate the soft pussies of your generation.
Y'all have to do shit. Hold on. Your parents' generation didn't accommodate y'all when y'all complained. So what you mean?
Y'all had to create rules for y'all because you guys are crybabies. We had to create rules for you.
Poor leadership by your generation. I call it horrible leadership.
J.C. Jackson, back in the news, says why he missed the Germany trip. We brought it up. He said he needed a mental reset. Now, all of a sudden, this is leaked. He basically said, I was kind of late to bed check. Well, first of all, there's no kind of late. And I'm so happy that a head coach in the NFL is still holding his players who they pay a lot of money to accountable for doing what we do here. This is what we do in New England. And you're not going to circumvent it. You're not going to change it. You're not going to make me coach differently, regardless of what you out there think of me right now at 2-8. I really don't give a fuck because I got this many rings. So I don't give a fuck.
Shout out to Tom Brady.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Tom Brady wasn't around. Tom Brady wasn't around in Cleveland or New York. But anyway,
and you ain't getting no jury in them places either.
What do you mean?
New York did as a D coordinator, as a head coach.
He was a DC in New York. He got
I'm on head coach. I'm on head coach.
Whatever. We got to get somewhere before we become head coaches, dog. Anyway, it's an excuse. It is what it is.
We knew the story sounded fishy when it came out. It was like mental health reset. Like we were going at them. This makes more sense. They were just trying to cover up so people, keep people out of your business. I get that. They could have came up with a better lie probably than that, but I'm glad the truth came out. He was late, bad check. Do I think he should have just been left home? No. Maybe don't start him. Keep him out the first quarter or something. But like, you're losing too many games right now, and he's one of your better players. I'm not leaving him home for the trip because he's late to bad check.
I mean,
out for a quarter.
He just got there.
I hear you, but fuck.
No, I'm saying he just got there from the Chargers again, right?
Yeah. He just got there, but I don't know. I give him a coach's perspective. This is what you guys got to do to put your foot down and I made my point. But like, bro, win some games. You got 2 games. We ain't got time.
That's why you make that point though. He's not winning, and he's not going to win. J.C. Jackson's not going to fucking single-handedly win him that game at corner.
No, but I mean, but you need all fucking everybody on board.
Yeah. But at some point, Smitty, when we were struggling in Indy that last year before I left, I was already revamping the entire program. I already had changed the whole culture. I was changing the culture once again. It was going to be the culture that I've created, but also after that bad year, okay, I knew what I was doing. Coaches, player. I was changing everything. Belichick's changing shit right now, planning on returning because I believe he thinks he should be back.
The problem is he won't be there next year, so he's planning for the next year.
Either way, though. You either stand for something, fall for anything. I'm still going to go out my way. I've earned the right. You think so? You're telling me you disagree that Belichick has not earned the right to do it his way?
I ain't say that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. At least go out your way, homie. Fuck it.
Hey man, I hear you.
All right, we've already talked about the Colorado player coming out. Let's dive into this Joe Smith thing. Joe Smith's got issues, but I don't know if you've seen this, Big Smitty.
Top 20% of creators, and now I'm in the top like 0.30 something.
Oh, what's good about Joe?
He's there.
He's just there.
That's not a good answer.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I can go away and come home.
Fellas, let me give you this disclaimer. This is what happens when you take the highest time of your life and give it away to a baddie. This is what happens.
He didn't. Wait, hold up. You're mistaken. He didn't take the highest time of his life and give
He
it
didn't?
to me. No, he gave it to somebody else. I got him at the worst part of his life.
Oh,
you wasn't.
I was never there.
You wasn't there when he got this shit changed.
A bit steady.
The body rub, babes.
Hey, yo, kid, what's happening? Wow.
How you doing?
Yo, kids, wow, what's up?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, this is so disrespectful.
I ain't do nothing for you.
Wow, this is crazy, man.
This is so, as a married man, this is so disrespectful. I'm pissed off right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I don't care what you got going on back at home with your husband. You don't never disrespect him like that publicly. You don't never go on a show that's getting hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views on YouTube and massage another man with his shirt off and talk about, I got the worst part of him and he ain't this, he ain't that. He's just there. Well, dumbass, why'd you marry him then? I hate when a woman talks all that talk about who they with and how bad he was, this, that, and the third, but you chose him. So what does that make you? What type of standards do you got for yourself? What are you bringing to the table? First of all, before you want to try to judge this man, he was the NBA. Maybe his money funny now, but the man did live out his dreams. He did make the NBA. He did have 7 figures in his account. What did you do? What are you doing? You doing a damn OnlyFans. And I ain't OnlyFans, do your thing for a lot of these other women, but don't do OnlyFans and hustle that way and then try to diss somebody else for. No, this man, we know Joe Smith. We don't know you, sister. And to disrespect your husband like this, I don't care. Even if y'all about to break up or whatever, they not divorced yet. when you marry somebody and you say those vows, that's something serious. I would never disrespect my wife like that. Even if we got to a point where we were about to split up and we were dealing with divorce, I'm not gonna go publicly and say, "Oh, she didn't do this, she didn't do that." When people ask me, how's Chanel doing? How's the marriage going? Even if we've been arguing and beefing for 2 weeks, I'm saying we doing good, we straight. Cause that ain't your business. That's how you respect the household, bro. So seeing that, man, is foul. I hope the only other devil's advocate side is I hope Joe Smith is like in on this, maybe, I guess. And this is like a money play. But even if that's the case, it looks even worse on him. So it's just all bad, JB. I'm sorry for preaching. It's just all bad. Golly. Don't laugh. He laughing. And this is why JB won't get married. People like you. You make marriage look bad. Now earlier we took 2 steps forward when Matt was on the show saying his girl was gonna cook, his mom was gonna cook, fix the play. We took 2 steps forward. We just took 7 fucking steps back because Joe Smith's wife. I don't even know her name.
I'm saying, I feel like behind every great man, there's a good woman. To the side and so I'm saying, what is it about me? What is it about me that you can't get it together? I don't feel great. I don't feel like I'm a good woman with you.
Yeah, this is
he got up and walked out. Joe Smith got up and walked off of the stage, off of that interview right there the other day. Bailey, there's another video where he actually gets up and walks out if you can find it. Here's the thing. I'm getting Adam 22, Layla the Plug, or whatever her name is, vibes. I think he started the vibe of this whole thing. You combine Layla the Plug, Adam 22, mixed with Jada Pinkett, and you have this. This is the feminine movement of the woman trying to hold the man down and the man being feminine and accepting it, even if it's a play, a ploy, a money grab, a fake grab, whatever it may be, the guy's agreeing to it, which is feminine. So this is the issue I'm having with this fucking basehead ass look. And that's what it is. It's basehead. We call basehead in Compton and Watts.
Old school right there, basehead.
You all may say crackhead somewhere else. I mean, Joe Smith looked like a basehead. She is horrible. If someone paying her for OnlyFans, you guys don't know that Pornhub is free. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all don't understand that
X videos are free.
Porn is free on the internet. I don't get it. Just so you know, I don't understand the OnlyFans thing. I really don't get it, Smitty. I don't get it. To your point that you've made several times on this show, is it the person, is it the culprit, or is it the doer? Like, someone's paying these motherfuckers. So someone's paying them, and you're going to do whatever you can get away with.
Yeah.
And again, if she was a porn star before they met, then he's a buster. He's a sucker. He's a bitch.
I guess he thought that she would change.
You ever heard of Too Short?
Yeah, I heard Too Short.
You know, he said, you can't save a hoe and make him a hoe a housewife. Yeah. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
He thought he could save her, JB.
You can't save these hoes.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
You can't save these hoes. These hoes is always going to be on there. They're going to have some side there.
Oh, no. See, he preaching. He keeping it real.
He saved her for what? He saved her to do what? Be broke?
I guess. Apparently, because he ain't got no money, I guess.
He saved her to be broke?
Damn, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Nick Sirianni. I'm going to get into the coach. We got to get into this coaches of the thing before we get to your final, your last, what we're thankful for, plus your Fab 5 dishes on Thanksgiving. I got to ask you, Nick Sirianni's come out and kind of clown a little bit, if you haven't seen it. I don't even like that weird face motherfucker, but you know what? God damn it. I like that he goes after the queen of fan base.
I do like Sirianni though. Sirianni, because he's a younger vibe. So like, you can say he's a player's coach, and like when he wins games, he feel the same way that players feel when they win. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we look at coaches a little differently, and obviously we know y'all happy we won, of course, but it's a little different maturity vibe. I feel like with coaches, he's like, nah, fuck that. Y'all talk shit, I'm talking shit back. And it's kind of like a player mentality. You know what I mean? So I can respect that. I vibe with it. And only thing I'm gonna say is though, they might see each other again in the big game. And just make sure you keep that same energy. That's all I say. Keep the same energy, win, lose, tie, whatever. Like Jordan said in this documentary, he was in the locker room. He had the baseball bat, cigar in his mouth. He was like, it's easy to talk shit when you're up. He said, basically, the character of a real man is that you talk shit when it's 0-0. That's when you really know. So, you know what I mean? So, just keep that same energy. Talk shit before the game. Don't wait till after the game when you already got the win. Keep the same energy, and I'm cool with it. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like it because I think he realizes that is the fucking worst fan base in the league. Period. I think he knows it. I think he knows that's the worst fucking fan base in the league. So it is what it is. I got a I want to go through something with you real quick.
Okay.
NFL wise, I got to ask you a question. I had it down and I cannot find the motherfucker.
You ain't locked in.
But I had to send it to myself, I thought, last night.
Go to your sent folder.
I sent it from my own phone, though.
I know, but if it's in your emails, go to your sent folder. If you send an email to yourself from your same email, it should be at the top of your sent folder.
Yeah, I don't think I sent that motherfucker.
See, this is why we need my generation. We know how to educate y'all when it comes to technology, when it comes to fixing problems. You guys are more hands-on. You can change oil. You can change a tire. We can't do all that. We were to call somebody to do that. But when it comes to the technology, figuring out your phone, figuring out that's where we come into play. That's why I think it's better for us to work together, JB. Why ain't that got to be so separate? We got to argue. Which generation is tougher? Which generation is better? It don't matter. We both bring a lot to the table. If we would just come together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, we would be great. But we're too divisive right now in society, and that's why we're where we're at in the world, man. Come on.
Hey, let's go through this list real quick. I'm gonna just dome piece it because I don't remember what I had. I want to get your take. NFL's best player, go right now. Your NFL's best player, go.
Myles Garrett. That's my thing. I think when I think of this dominance from game to game, when I think about how a coach has to scheme against this guy every single game, we saw early in the year where this guy was moving left and right on the field, and the opposing team was moving a tight end and a wing or on following him basically wherever he went. They went. I've never seen that before ever in my life. The guy to me is should be at the lead for Defensive Player of the Year. And in a season where there's not been great quarterback play overall and offense has been shitty, this would be a year that I could see a defensive player actually deserving to win the MVP. Now, will he win? No, but deserving to win it. So right now, today, I got to go with Myles Garrett. That's my pick.
I'm rolling with Aaron Donald still because I watched the game the other day and they still can't block him. He's still disruptive as shit. He still dominates in the backfield. It's unbelievable to me. He chased down the running back. He went down and through the A gap, made a straight hard right, and walked down one of their fastest players. He's still different. They're just not on a good team. He's still the best player in football. And I look at the best player in football, and then that's exactly what it is. He's the absolute best player in football right now. And unfortunately, he won't be looked at that way. He's still different. There's no one else that can do what he does. I do like Chris Jones a lot too, but he's not Aaron Donald. I love
Aaron Donald. I just think right now, what you saw this past week, he hasn't been doing that like every game, where a year or two ago, that was like every game this guy was wrecking shit. And I'm not seeing that every single week, you know.
Look at this shit.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
he's 6 foot, JB, undersized. can't play with the big dogs, can't play in the Big Ten. He can't do it.
Anomaly, yeah.
Might be the greatest ever right there.
Ask you, who in the NFL right now has done the best job? Player, coach, you name it. Not the MVP, not the coach of the year. Doesn't have to be, but right now, to this point, week 10, who has done the best job in the NFL?
DeMeco Ryans and the Houston Texans. No, none of us expect them to be as good as they are. These guys are in the playoffs right now, and people are having conversations with the media and the big media, like, are they true contenders? Not just playoffs, or can they actually win a couple games in the playoffs and make a run? I mean, people are saying CJ Stroud might win MVP, or he's at least in the conversation as a rookie. He has those young guys out over there, man, flying around, playing hard. So I got a shout out to DeMeco, first-year head coach. And I think overall, man, I don't see no other team, player, head coach, whatever, who's impressing me more than the Houston Texans.
I'm going to say Sean Payton has done the best job. That is how I look at it when I define best job, what he inherited, what he took over. Both are very, very similar. I would even say Mike Tomlin's done one of the best jobs. I would even say McCarthy in Dallas has done one of the best jobs. But we're not going to talk coach of the year because that's going to be at the very end. But those are the best jobs to date to right now. I go Sean Payton, what he's done with Russell Wilson, what he's done with that Denver team by saying, you know what, we're going to trade you, we're going to cut you, we're going to give up 70, we're going to come back 3 weeks later and be the top 5 defense in the NFL. But players that bought in all of a sudden, he's done a hell of a job. No knock on DeMeco. He's done a hell of a job. We all thought Sean Salisbury and I said that we thought it was a great hire. We thought it was going to be a good look for the league with him over there, leaving the Niners. And it has been. So there's no knock on either one of those guys. Best wide receiver in football right now.
This is tough. I got two people. I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill. I think Tyreek you can't stop him. Honestly, like, he's so damn fast. And he's small and like height, he's very strong. That guy he's built, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's built out. So like, he breaks tackles. You move him around so much that there's often time where he gets like a head start almost because he bring him in motion. They snap the ball and he's already fucking moving full speed. So like, he's unguardable. You just can't stop him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's number one. I'm still gonna put, and people don't talk about it as much because they're not that great. But I think Devontae Adams is still probably right there, number 2. Honestly, it's just the fact that he's just not on the best team. You put Devontae Adams with Tua or Hurts or one of these good quarterbacks, his numbers will be insane right now. So I
still got Devontae at 1. I still got Devontae at 1 for me. Knowing the situation, I still got Devontae at 1 because he can beat press, he can be physical, he can go body you. Tyreek Hill is really, really get the ball to him in space while he's running full speed. Because if you have to run him on a hitch or a curl, if you watch the notice, that's when he's really not at his best. Devontae's at his best running routes intermediately and then taking on defenders. Tyreek needs the ball caught out here in front and run, and you're not catching them. So there's 2 different types of styles, but Devontae, I think, can play in any type of weather game, any type of matchup game, any type of coverage game. I think Devontae still is the best in football at receiver.
Don't forget about Justin Jefferson. I know he's hurt, so we're just like forgetting about him, but Justin Jefferson's probably right there. And I can't, A.J. Brown, what he's doing this season, he's right in line with Tyreek for his numbers. So that's a tough question to have.
Best running back right now.
C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey's the best running back right now overall.
I got Swift.
You got Swift. I like Swift a lot. Swift came to my mind, and then C-Mac. So it's probably for me, C-Mac and then probably Swift right now, honestly.
I got Swift. Best pass rusher right now.
Just pass rusher.
Pass rusher.
Ooh, I know who you about to say. This is tough. I'm gonna go. Man, this is tough, JB. It's between Myles Garrett and TJ Watt for me.
Max Crosby for me, hands down.
Of course, I know you're
effort. Yeah, everything he's done effort-wise, I think he brings that team up a notch where those other guys are expected to do it. I think Max is just the epitome of what an edge pass rusher should be. But
he's
I know
more than a pass rusher though. Like Crosby's just like He's a utility. He's a hustler. Like his effort is insane. His energy is insane. So although he's a really good pass rusher, I don't look at him as like, oh, he's just a hell of a pass rusher. I just look at him as just a hell of a player. You know what I mean? He just does everything.
Yeah.
Pass rusher specifically, I like TJ a little better.
Top newcomer right now. Top newcomer to the league. Who you got?
Top newcomer. Who balling out right now? I mean, the obvious answer is CJ Stroud. The obvious answer. But you know what? I'm gonna go with somebody who I know you like and who you know. I'm gonna go with Tank Dell.
Me too.
Tank Dell balling right now, man.
Yeah, I'm going
him and Puka Nacua. I like them both. Puka as well.
Yeah. Both of those guys that were on my list. I like what Tank's doing. I think CJ and him have a rapport. They're doing their thing. Future of the league. Face of the league. When you look at you think John Madden cover or Pro Bowl cover or NFL, right now you got Kelsey all over everything, but he's not the future of the league. He's dying out in the league. Talking about retirement. Who is the future of this league right now? Like, and let me be clear when I say future of the league. That means like he's got to dominate at his position. He's got to be a guy that can play the game and has to be that guy that everybody's gonna gravitate to, and etc.
The guy I'm gonna say is it's because I have them win the Super Bowl this year. I think that's gonna change the game. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts, and I know he's like already like got a lot of clout, but he's not the face. But I believe the Eagles are gonna win the Super Bowl this year against the Ravens, and I think once he wins, I think his whole brand's gonna take even another level. Like we see some commercials, we see a little bit right now, but I think it's gonna be a whole nother level if they win Super Bowl this year. So I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts.
I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson with Aaron Rodgers or whoever the future quarterback is gonna be a transcending player that we haven't seen in a long time. I think he's that special. I think he's that good. When I really sit down and watch him, he's being really used incorrectly right now. It's unbelievably how bad they are on offense. I think this dude is so different, though, than anyone else I've seen recently. I think he is the face. He's got this personality, the smile. People like him. I think he's going to do what Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase did combined. I think he's that good.
Only thing is that he's in a dependent position. That's my only thing.
I don't know if Sauce Gardner is not right behind him.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Think about it. Those guys right there are transcending guys. They're both on the same team. It's interesting. All right, best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Right, like hold on, just for clarity.
Right now, week 10 of this season. Right.
We're saying who's playing the best right now.
Week 10 of this NFL season right now. This is all right now, by the way. Who do you got right now?
I mean, the guy he had a really bad game last week, so it's kind of they won. Like I want to say CJ Stroud is playing the best, but he did just throw 3 picks last week. It's so week to week right now.
But I mean, it's still you've had 10 weeks though. So
yeah, I mean, I gotta go with CJ Stroud's playing the best at the position right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I got. Do I think he's the best quarterback? Literally, no. But is he playing the best right now? Yes. You gotta go with him. I don't think there's even like a conversation. Like
I agree. I'm with him. I'm CJ Stroud right now as playing the best. Dak Prescott's making an argument though.
Yeah. My boy Kirk Cousins was balling too, but he got hurt. But don't forget, Kirk was doing his damn thing.
Yeah. Coach of the year right now.
Dan Campbell.
I got Sirianni. Sirianni just fucking 9-1 again. Quietly as kept. Nobody wants to give him credit. Went to the Super Bowl last year. Beat the guy they gave the Coach of the Year to 3 times. I just hate the motherfuckers that don't award winners. Awards used to go to winners. I wish it was that way.
The Lions 8-2. We never talk about the Lions on here because you don't believe in them. I didn't at first, but I'm slowly starting to believe in these dudes. Like, at what point are we gonna be like, all right, now they serious?
Yeah, I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. You saw my top 5. I gotta get your top 5.
Yeah,
mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is number 1 on your list. So you would eat mac and cheese over like a fucking honey baked ham over anything.
I just think of the flavor. Like ham is good. Don't get me wrong. So I do agree with you. I'm more of a ham guy than a turkey guy all day. I think it has way more
Yeah,
flavor.
you ain't never had my turkey though. I know everybody says that every year, but I'm just telling you, you gotta ask people that's had it, dog. My turkey.
But even you had your ham number one. Even with you saying,
oh yeah, because I do my ham like you've never seen. I inject my ham, dog.
Right.
I do some shit no one else does. I deep fry my ham for 30 minutes and get that crisp on the outside. Nobody does that shit. Then I smoke that bitch. Then I throw it in the oven. Shit.
But no, macaroni and cheese. You know how to make real good macaroni and cheese, a little brown at the top. It's so damn good.
It make that had a ham like my ham.
It make that noise. That
I can call my homeboy right now on the phone, dog. I call Spree right now. Let me see if I can answer the phone.
Jada Beans, potato salad is my sixth man. I got potato salad right number 6.
I can't. I don't waste my time with all that shit. Why you ain't wasting your time with all that shit?
All you do is you cook a lot of meat. You don't fix no side.
Why are we wasting time on side?
Hey y'all, JB got 3 turkeys, 2 hams, a prime rib, a steak, and fucking macaroni and cheese. He ain't got no other sides.
You don't need no goddamn side. I make yams though. I make yams, unbelievable.
You gotta have some sides, bro.
I'm gonna tell you about me and ham. If this motherfucker answers, I'm gonna tell you about ham and me. Ham and me is another deal. Come on, answer me, fucker.
It's early in the morning. Niggas, motherfuckers at work.
9 o'clock.
Probably at work.
Nah, he black though.
9 o'clock is early as shit, bro. You know, JB, we so used to doing this show.
Black. He brought us to sleep.
We think what we doing is normal, like get up at 5 in the morning, producing the shows, 3 hours. That's not fucking. People have not got. They're just now about to get up, like right now.
If that dude I was calling was white, I bet I can call a white dude right now here and answer the phone. Let's check it out.
Who you gonna call, Derek? You ain't got no white friends.
I'm thinking. I'm looking at my shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say you have no white friends.
I've been seeing Port's at work, so I know he's up.
Is Port's white though?
Yeah, Port's white.
Is he full white? Okay.
Yeah. Damn it. If he was white, he'd answer.
Hey, you might be racist against your own people.
Here's the story. In Kansas, we were at this broad's house. She had a party. She had kind of a party. And, I did my thing. My boy Spree, who was with me in college, he came down and he spit up all his drink. He laughed so hard. I was butt naked sitting at a chair at the refrigerator. And this broad had the biggest ham I ever seen in my life, the best ham I ever seen in my life. And it was dark. I couldn't figure out where the light was in this house. It was a huge house. I'm butt naked, homie, eating this ham like a motherfucker. I was there for like an hour and a half before anyone even knew.
You must have been drunk as hell. Because I'm trying to picture you.
I didn't give a fuck.
Eating a ham straight from the ham. No
I
plate,
didn't give a fuck.
no
I was
pork,
eating this ham. I was eating this bitch of ham like a motherfucker.
That's some white
it was fun.
Right,
so I'm a ham dude. I eat a ham butt naked in Kansas. Straight up. And Spree would have vouched for it because he came down and saw me in the chair and he just, this motherfucker, he was going to vouch for it live right there, but goddamn it, I couldn't get him on.
You had no shoes, no socks on, did you?
Huh?
You had no shoes or socks on, feet out. White people, y'all always got y'all feet out, boy, no matter what.
Not really. I don't really do it except for
dirty feet on the ground.
Only when I'm at the house. No, I don't have my feet on the ground now. I had socks on. Hood.
No, you did. No, you did. White people don't wear socks.
Hey, bro. Y'all be fucking with socks on because y'all feet are fucked up. Let's keep it real.
Here you go. My feet look amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, they don't.
I will put them on the camera. My feet look great.
No, they don't. They're
all right,
fucked up.
I'm telling you.
You got hammer time. You got dog. You got corn.
My toes. They even.
All right, Big Smitty. Give me what you're most thankful for before we get out of here. Pound the like button. What are you most thankful for right now?
Yeah, man. I'm honestly, I'm obviously super thankful to have my both my parents, you know what I'm saying, my family, my wife, of course, all my close friends. Thankful for this show. Thankful for you, JB, for the opportunity. And really, I'm really thankful for what's next and for more opportunity. We're getting close to the end of the year. 2024 is on the way. Life is going so fast. And these last 5 years, I couldn't imagine that where my life, would have went and all the things I've done, all the interviews and opportunities I've had. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity that I know is on the way. And, just thankful for just the fact that I can wake up every day, do what I love, you know what I'm saying? And just have that Yeah, opportunity. That's the best word. It keep coming to my brain. That's my thing about thankfulness, opportunity. So that's probably the number one thing for me.
Yeah. Don't bring that up, Bailey. Just save that for us. Yeah, man, I'm thankful for my hustle. I'm thankful for my hustle, so I'm not soft like the rest of you motherfuckers. Yeah. I'm thankful for everybody in the chat, Real Talk, and everybody that support the show from day one, all the Lucy's in the world, the Joes, the Seans, everybody that's been here since day one. Smitty for coming on the show and being my second co-host, really like fourth co-host.
Yeah.
A lot of guys. I don't know why people can't handle me. I don't get it. And then just having truth serum and telling it like it is. Because here's the thing I'm thankful for. Not changing. I don't know why. If my dad did it, instilled it in me, my mom, I don't know who did it. But everyone says you got to change if you want to get a coaching job. Listen, I don't want a coaching job. You need to want me. There's a huge difference. Because if you don't want me, dog, I don't want to go coach. And that's why these coaches leave every day. I'm not changing. Because why change? Why change? I'm thankful to be the last of my kind. Period. Boy. If not me, who? If not me, who?
It's a bar. It's real.
I'm just saying, if I go PC, there ain't no more left.
You are only hope, JB. You're only hope.
And it ain't bragging if it's true, 6'7". I'm just telling you. Much love. I'm thankful for all you guys, though. Real talk. And enjoy your guys' family and friends. I'll be alone for most of the day until some homies come through. Other than that, ain't no family with me, dog. My dogs and me. Period, point blank. Y'all can ask all the questions you want. Me and the dogs is who I fucking roll with.
Shout out to Ash. Shout out to Cali.
Hey, is what it is. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Don't assume. It makes asses of us all. Much love. Hector is a day one. Hector's a day oneer. Shout out to everybody. Enjoy your food. I'll be doing videos because I'm going to get down. I'm going to get down like no other that you've never seen before. Get down. Just telling you. So enjoy the Chick-fil-A, Smitty, because you ain't cooking. And I will see you on Monday. We're back Monday. And you'll see me tomorrow for the game. Steve Kim and I will be doing some football palooza from the crib. And we'll be back Monday. Tell everybody we said hello, enjoy, and much love to you guys. And we'll see you Monday. Bigger than, better than ever. Make sure you're there first and front and center. Pound the like when you enter the door. And pound the like when you leave right now. And make sure you follow the show during the weekend. We'll have plenty of videos up and running. All right, guys. Peace out. We'll see you later. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.
Missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a wrap. We want the games we're missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
You are now tuned in.